Yep, there you go. Hold on. Let me do this. Yeah, we're gonna go back. Yeah, we can go there. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Yeah. All right, there we go. My mic sounds nice. Check one. There we go. Was really good, everybody. Was really good. Good afternoon, morning for some of y'all. For me, it is barely. It's still the morning, barely. We in this thing. Hey, Osa. We in this thing early. I'm in here kind of late. I ain't gonna even lie. What up? What up? No problem. No problem. Let me put my. Are men to blame? Are men to blame? I got the question. I gotta press it. We're gonna press the question. What up? What up? Good morning. Good afternoon. Are men to blame? Are you late? Nah, you early. Super early. Good day from Long Beach. Hey, you in the city too. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Are you first? Nah. We just arrived. We right on time with it, baby. Are men to blame? That's the question. So before any of y'all ask, blame for what? Because I already know that. This is for you to figure out. This is for you to figure out. Men and women are to blame. You don't even know what we're talking about. What are men and women to blame for? Ask yourself a question. Yeah, we got an America First. Oof, scary. It's a scary name to invite up, but we're going to invite America First up. Very interested to know. What are women to blame for? I would love to know. Can you tell us what women are to blame for? Oh no, he's probably not gonna come. We're gonna do it like this way. Hold on, he is up here. Hey, America First. Hey, America First, what's good with it? Good morning. America First, what's good? Good morning.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I was just addressing your statement that men are to blame or women are to blame. I don't know what you said. Sorry.
Yeah, I asked the question, are men to blame?
I mean, it depends on the scenario, I suppose.
Right.
I think men and women both have equal responsibility when it comes to blame,
and
depending on the situation.
Yeah, think about it. What situation would it be? So I'm more talking about like systemic problems. Right. So you think men and women are both to blame?
So for example, can you give me an example of what you're thinking?
Yeah, like I don't know, like systemic oppression. So we could talk about abuse. Right. We could talk about
are we talking like statistically or historically?
All of it. Yeah, collectively, everywhere. I love it. Gender pay gap, everything. However you want to do it. Like you name an issue that society faces, right? Like writ large. And I want to ask the question.
Can you hear my daddy?
Are men to blame? Right?
I don't know. I don't see how we can point the finger at men to blame for any historical oppression and
you can't
systemic. No, I don't, because I think we're a collective.
Interesting. Who do you think was the first group of people to be oppressed in the world?
Oh God.
Like as a group.
Going far back in history.
Yeah, just go wherever you want to go to and think about it. Who was the first group of people to be oppressed?
I mean, I don't know if there's a first initial group of people. I'm sure that it was multiple groups of people, Native Americans, African Americans.
Oh, no. Way before that. Way before race was invented. Like, yeah, just think back. Who do you think the first group of people were to be oppressed?
Right. Well, I mean, that's what I had mentioned. Jesuits.
Nope.
Jews.
Yeah.
No,
Jewish.
way before organized religion. Think before that.
The women. My
Women.
husband's
Women were the first group of people to be oppressed, right? Probably kids, if you want to be real honest, but definitely women, though, right? So women were the first group of people to be oppressed. Who was responsible for that?
Men.
Okay.
Oh, my husband says men.
Exactly, right? So it's not a.
So are we saying that because women were initially oppressed hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that now we're here today in 2024, we should continue to point the blame at men?
Because women are still oppressed. So who's responsible? Like if women are still oppressed and the first group of people to oppress that group of people were men, then how can we say that now it's both people's fault? That doesn't, I don't, you know what I mean? Because you can't do you think that two groups of people can oppress?
I don't think that women don't have a responsibility when it comes to oppression. I mean, women aren't like excluded from blame.
They're not.
They're not. How can that be possible?
You're right, because women can contribute to the oppression of other women, like white women can contribute to the oppression of every other group of women, right? That would be on the basis of race, not so much gender, though, right? It's their whiteness that they align with, not their gender, right? But when we look at it through this lens, if there wasn't a benefit set up by men, then women wouldn't be participating in the system of oppression. You see what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of women that oppress other groups of people are doing it to protect themselves.
Okay.
Right?
I'm hearing you.
Like it's self-preservation, right? So it's like I understand, I can understand to a certain extent, like being like signing up for the military. Like I would never sign up for the military personally, but I can understand how if you're poor and nobody in your family has ever gotten out of the town that you came from, and you don't, you know what I mean? Like you want to go to college or you want to get out of there, but there are very few options and you sign up for the military. I understand that. I get that. I'm not going to sit there and be like, you're just as much to blame as, you know what I mean? Like they literally set the system up, you know what I mean? Like so that people will be like kind of like forced to go to the military. It's like, what are you going to do? Go to the military, go to jail, or work at the Piggly Wiggly and make, $7 an hour and not be able to feed your family. Right. So yeah, I get that.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit here and be like, they're as much to blame as, you know what I'm saying? Like the military industrial complex. I'm not going to say that, but yeah, they contribute to it. No doubt about it. But they wouldn't be the source of it. Right.
Correct.
So you think of the issue, like I said, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I see your point. I see the point.
Yeah.
But I think like if we're, it's just a very generic statement in your background. So we're men to blame. It's kind of hard for me it was kind of hard for me to figure out like where we were going with this. What are we talking about? What's like the topic? Yeah.
But if you think of, that's what I'm saying. I'm good. Mm-hmm. I'm perfectly okay with, I like this statement because you can apply it to almost anything. Right? It's like butter. Right. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like salt. Like you could put it on everything and it works for the most part, right? Like you name it, you can go interpersonally, you can go to relationships if you want to. Who's to blame for the vast majority of divorces, the vast majority of breakups? Would it not be men?
I mean, I would have to look at statistics to know. I can't make an assumption based on my own viewpoint, my own opinion, my own lived experience, or the general lived experience of the people that are in my community. I'd have to look at statistics to really know. But if we're making assumptions and if we're talking about in general, I would, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, do you have statistical information on that?
Yeah, I do. But I would rather you actually like, it's like an exercise, right? Like it's okay to not have stats for it, right? I want you to think about it. Do you think that does that statement sound right to you? If I were to say the vast majority of divorces and breakups were caused by men and in the behavior of men, would you disagree with that on its face, or would you say it goes both ways? Like, what would you think?
I would say it goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a level of responsibility that needs to be, owned by both parties.
So who do you, just for an example, what do you think the number one reason people break up or get divorced for? Over.
What do I think the number one reason for divorce is?
Or breakup, either one.
Infidelity.
Infidelity. Okay. And who do you think cheats more, men or women?
Oh God, I don't know.
You don't know?
Honestly, I have to look at information for this.
Interesting.
I don't really know. I think that probably we view the men as being more non-committal in a relationship, and that they have this mentality that they can have multiple women. I don't know, but
I just keep going. Yep, you're thinking logically. So who do you think cheats more? Based on that, just that little bit right there, who do you think would cheat more?
Well, based on that, then men.
Yeah. So we're not like that's.
They are animals.
Because if you break it down to the basic animal instinct,
we're not animals. I mean, we are, but we're not though, right? Like we're more evolved than animals.
But you can't really take there is a lot of this, like.
But I also think society. I also think society has a lot of impact on men, and
100%. Yeah.
I mean, society has a huge impact on everybody, from when you're a child to when you're an older adult, and how we operate in the world, and how we view marriage, and how we view commitment.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it just always boils down to, well, you're a man and it's encoded in you because
I don't believe that either.
You have an animal streak.
Yeah, I don't. And that's stuff that men say to excuse their problematic behavior. But so, are you familiar with the institution of marriage? Do you know like why, like who? I won't say who, but like men invented marriage, right? But like, why did men invent the institution of marriage? Why did we build that institution?
I don't know.
Control.
Good question. Control.
Yeah. So what? So think like
control over women.
Control over women, right? Okay, cool. So
no, that was my question. Like, is it control over women? I mean,
of course.
I'm here just to talk and to learn. I'm getting bashed in these comments. It's
don't worry.
I think this is a really good conversation because you can have a different point of view and an actual conversation with mutual respect. You can get so much more out of it. Like I like this guy just by the way he talks and he's trying to get information. We may have total different views,
right?
But I can actually have a conversation with him, and that makes me feel comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't
can't have a different opinion.
Yeah, there's no need to bash anybody, right? But no, so
the Lakers hat.
The
Lakers hat is what.
The Lakers hat.
I like it. Yeah.
I'm a Lakers fan, man. I got about 20 Laker hats. Don't worry about it. It's just today.
Well, we're Celtics fans.
So
there you go.
So going back to my original initial comment that I said men and women are to blame. Are we speaking in general? Yeah, I think that men and women are to blame. Are there things that are constructed and formed in our history that are led by men for a specific purpose of control? Yeah. Then yes, in those situations are meant to blame. Of course they are. And I'm not going to sit here and say they're not.
Can you name one institution that women control?
Let me think.
The answer is no.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
No, let her answer. Let her answer it. Let her go through it.
No, I'm being genuine.
I know. That's why I'm asking you the question. So. Yeah. It's not.
He's making it comfortable to where you should be able to have this different opinion, and that's good because I'm learning too.
Yeah, I just want you can do it yourself. Like I'm not gonna put anything in your mind. If you think it's, you know what I'm saying, like if you say something different, then that's fine. I want to hear the explanation. But what institution do you think what institution do you think women are in control of in this country?
Yeah, there's zero institutions that women are in control of. None.
Yeah. So. If people
not in America,
in America specifically, you can say the West, you can say the world, to be honest with you, but let's just focus on the country we're in. So if none of these institutions are ran or controlled by women, never have been, right? Then whatever problems that these institutions cause, who would be responsible for that?
Men.
Okay.
Well, you would think it would be us if you really pointed it right out.
Absolutely,
yeah, it's me. Yeah,
The point of all this, though, I get that you would want to point, statistically, we can point fingers and say that the men are responsible for a lot of that, and it's not surprising because over, the last decade or two, I've started to see that, all these institutions are all they're set up and we don't know why they are the way that they are, but we slowly figure it out through life. And it's a
who doesn't
shock,
know why they are the way they are though?
Hey,
So
go ahead, Deontay. Hold on. Wait.
I just want to jump
Give
in
me a
here real quick, right? I just want to jump in here real quick because we're being dishonest about some stuff here, okay? Right? The reason why I wanted to come up and speak is because your message is unpopular, but it's true. Okay? Men are the source of the problem. Now, do women have a responsibility? Yes. But if you think about, we're talking about a patriarchal system that we live in, okay, society. So we're saying that we are choosing to live in a society where we understand that men are the head. Unless you live in a matriarchal place in your house or, if you have decided to live another way, that's fine. But if you are looking at it that way, look at how it starts, okay? The first interaction that a woman has with a man is her father, okay? And if her father doesn't do what he needs to do, she's watching him, and you can say that you love him, you can say whatever you want, but if he makes mistakes with his daughter, he is screwing it up for every other man that comes after that. Period.
Absolutely.
The end.
Yes.
Okay? So men create toxic women in two ways. A good man will create a toxic woman by not holding her accountable. And bad men create toxic women by being irresponsible. Period. It's really that simple. Right? And so, yes, men have to take the lead and fix what we need to fix. We have to be, if we say we want to lead, then we got to do what leaders do. So you have to self-reflect. You have to turn inwards. You have to do what's necessary. And if we're not being responsible and we're not owning our shit, we're fucking everything. I'm sorry. We're messing things up.
No, I agree with you.
Period. Right? That is how society works. There is no institution that is not run by man or created by man in order to control. I mean, we can talk about racial tropes and how that bleeds in, but we're just talking about men and women. Yeah. And men are the issue. We are the root cause of the issue.
Of course. I appreciate that. I just thought it was funny because when you said that men create toxic women, I was like, oh yeah, I just literally made a prompt to say that men create toxic women.
100%.
Go ahead, Sply.
What's up? I was going to ask him, what should they take accountability for?
Who, women or men?
Women.
That's a good question.
Specifically talking about Deontay.
I got you there. That's a fantastic question. What women have to take responsibility for is using discernment.
So choosing better.
Choosing, yes.
Which
right?
is not a, which is never that's not a, that's there are natural consequences to not making good choices. So they don't need to take responsibility. They're gonna pay for their bad choices with natural consequences. So there's no more that they need to do. It's already done.
Right, but when you're talking about like what do they need to be responsible for? When we're talking about responsibility, we're just talking about like the things that we know we need to do in order to get good results. If I know that if I choose someone that's not on my level or they don't have the characteristics that make us compatible, I know ahead of time that is going to fail. I can't make people do stuff, right? No woman can make a man do what's right. So you just
most women wouldn't choose then.
That's incorrect though, because I mean, mostly we choose wrong because we don't have the self-respect to make the right choice.
I don't know. I don't blame women for making bad choices because men don't allow women to make good choices because they mask and they lie and they hide, right? So
wait. I agree with you there, but let's separate men out.
Yeah.
Let's separate healthy men from unhealthy men.
Okay. Because
healthy men absolutely do make it safe for women, and unhealthy men do not make it safe. You're right in that. I agree.
If a man is healthy, 99.9% of the time, the woman is going to choose a healthy man over a non-healthy.
I agree.
The problem is unhealthy men mask as healthy men and they manipulate the women, and then the women can't make a good choice, and then she gets blamed in the end for the man being a terrible human being. And I've always found that to be odd. But I want to read you something real quick. I do this every single time somebody says that women need to choose better, because I don't think that they understand that that language is very abusive in nature, right? So when you say women should choose better, minimizing, denying, and blaming is from the will of abuse, right? This is how men manipulate women. Making light of the abuse and not taking her concerns about it seriously, saying the abuse didn't happen, shifting responsibility for abuse to the abused, right? So essentially, when you tell, so if a woman gets abused by a man, and then you say she should have chose better, then you are shifting the blame from the abuser to the abused as soon as you do that. And it's unnecessary, because she already got abused. So she already suffered the consequences of being abused. So why do we need to then double back and go, you should have chose better? Like, what do you mean? She already got abused.
This is what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying, right? Right. We don't want to shame anyone, right? That's not good. I agree with you, right? Let me add this perspective, right? In what I do, I say everybody knows, right? So some clarification on everybody knows. Liars know that they're liars. Cheaters know that they're cheaters. Good people know that they treat you good, and bad people know that they treat you bad, all right? So everybody, you know what I'm saying? We
totally disagree with that.
What?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, no, I don't believe the reason.
It's cool. Let me get
the reason why I disagree though is because a lot of, especially narcs, they really think that they're like, a lot of times people think like, this is like, this is good.
Yeah. They're good. They're doing the good thing. They think that they're doing what's right.
Yeah.
And they're moving in the narcissist behavior. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a tough one to be like, everybody knows.
So
Come back,
but
JoJo.
listen, feel me here for a second, right? When you go back, we're talking about dealing with trauma, right? When you go back and you're dealing with trauma, and you're dealing with and all adults live out their childhood trauma through their adult lives, right? When you're going back to deal with trauma, you are really going back to say to your childhood self, it's not your fault. You're not responsible for what these adults did. This was not for you to carry. And so you need to release that, right? Now, when you're making choices and you know what the answer is, you have to accept accountability for what that answer is. So I have made many mistakes with women. I have to own the mistakes that I made with them, whether good or bad, right? All I'm saying is, in order to have a mate that sees you and it is going to respect you in the same ways, you also have to take that level of accountability. So if you made a mistake, you have to own that you made a mistake.
Let me ask you a question. So you said that you have to own the mistakes that you made with these women. What, like, give me an example of something that you did to a woman.
So like,
have you ever cheated?
Let's use something simple like a lie. Let's
but I mean something that actually like destroyed the relationship. Have you ever cheated on a woman?
I have never cheated on a woman.
You've never cheated on a woman? Okay.
I've never cheated on a woman, no. But I'm not saying I'm not. I've done things, right?
Yeah, like what? Like give me one example of a thing that led to the demise of the relationship.
Like lying.
I mean, like, and what were you lying about?
My intent.
Okay, so you manipulated this woman, right? Obviously, because you were lying about your intention. Okay.
Yes.
What responsibility should she take in that scenario?
Okay, so in that scenario, she knows I'm lying.
Hold on. We got to go back to it. Minimizing, denying, and blaming, making light of the abuse, and not taking her concerns. Hold on. And not taking her concerns about it seriously. Saying the abuse didn't happen, and shifting responsibility for the abuse, for the abusive. Hold on, sir. Hold on. You're shifting the responsibility of abuse to the abused. I'm telling you that rhetoric is on par with being an abuser. Just so you know.
Listen. I don't lie anymore. Okay.
I didn't say you did. This is what happened that you did to a woman.
This is what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
When I'm lying, I know that I'm lying.
Okay, but she doesn't.
But that's false, because now that wait. This is what. Just follow me for a second.
Then why lie?
Just follow me for a second.
Hold on, wait. But why lie then?
Wait. Just follow me for a second, okay?
Okay.
I knew that I was lying when I was lying. Now that I no longer traffic in lies, I can see the behavior of a liar, and I know when people are lying to me.
But you don't though. You know that men, statistically, scientifically, men are bad at determining if a person is lying.
Because we don't pay attention to the behaviors, bro.
Yeah, I know that's a big part of it, and most men don't. So, but like even with that being said, women get it wrong often too because men can mask, and men are good at masking. You saying that she knew, you are literally blaming her for something that you did. She knew. What do you mean she knew? Why would she know? What do you mean?
What I'm saying is liars think that they know that they're getting over, but they're not really getting over, bro. Everybody can see.
Sometimes they are. Not every, brother. What are you talking about? Not every. Are you serious?
I'm saying when you reach when you have studied behavior. This is me. This is just me. And I'm not saying everybody can do this. I'm not saying everybody has the ability to do this. I'm just saying that when you reach a place where when you have healed yourself, you can see other people that are not healed. Would you agree with that?
You think you've reached that place? I agree with that, but do you think you've reached that place?
Yes.
Why, when you haven't taken accountability for the things that you've done to these women?
I have taken accountability for it.
You haven't? You haven't?
Yes. How do you know that?
Because you just said right now that they knew you were lying. That's not taking accountability.
No. Listen, I took accountability because I went back. I circled back around to this person that I lied to. I owned my stuff to their face. Okay. Right? They didn't have to accept what I said. In this case, they did. But I have to own the fact that they don't have to accept what I say. They don't have to accept that I'm apologizing. They don't have to have me in their world at all because I'm the one that made the mistake.
All right. I got some questions for you that people want to ask you via Cash App. Nick said, why lie if she's supposed to know you're lying?
The lie isn't about her. It's about me. It's about myself. It's about my lack of self-respect. Liars lie because they think that because of a fear of loss. Okay. They think that they're not going to be able to get what they want if they tell the truth.
I agree.
Right. So the lie is not. The lie is me being selfish. The lie is on me. The lie is because I don't want to own the truth. Right. That is exactly why you have to go back and own it.
Dr. Bro.
Yeah. You have to go back and own it. And hold yourself accountable for it. Yeah.
And then Teresa said, if women weren't taking responsibility, our birth and marriage rates wouldn't look the way that they do. There wouldn't be a crisis of men and boys. That's facts. Women are definitely taking accountability. Osa said, $5 on the liar. How can she have chosen better if your intent was to lie and manipulate her? This is scary behavior. You are not healed at all. Deja also put 5 on his head with his master manipulating ass. So that's 15 total. And I'll let you respond. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. So yes, I understand what it sounds like initially. Okay. But when this work takes years, man, and it's hard to come on a space. It's hard to sit in a space and talk to somebody for 5 minutes and have them evaluate whether you're healed or not. When it took you 20 years or 15 years or whatever it took in order to get to the space that you're in, right? So I understand how it looks like that. It sounds like that. What I am saying is that men and women have to operate from a position of mutual respect. Okay.
But women do respect men, though.
But all men don't respect women.
I know. That's what
right. So
we have arrived. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to get to, brother. We are there.
So remember, we started. I told you that the title is unpopular, but it is the truth, right? Yeah. So remember, I'm rooted in the truth that men are the root of it. Men are the cause of it, right? Now, when we're moving to a healthy space, we have to bring our helpmates along, right? So we both hold responsibility, and we both have to take accountability for the choices that we make, right? So once I show you that I am capable of moving in the ways that are correct, then, what comes next is you doing the same, right? Reciprocation.
Yeah, but women do that, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever you're saying that women should do, they're already doing it. That's all I'm saying. Like, they're already doing the thing that you're saying that they should do.
But the flip side of what you're saying is all women don't respect men either.
No, this is not about getting all of anybody to respect anybody. This is about getting.
That's what I'm saying. That's the piece of it that's getting lost. The piece of it that's getting lost.
Hold on. Give me a second, brother.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is not about getting everybody to respect everybody. That is virtually impossible. It's not even the goal.
Okay.
I'm talking about men in general, women in general. Women in general already do the things you're saying that they should do. They give love. Just to paraphrase or whatever the boss statement. They give love, right? Men don't give it. Women give love. Men don't give it. Generally speaking, like I don't even think men. I think most men don't even know how to love women. Like, and that's like a hard thing. That was a hard thing for me to kind of like understand recently, because I think I struggle with it for my whole life. Like I never, I don't, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what it looked like, right?
You're not alone. You're not alone, brother. I promise.
What'd you say, JoJo?
Where do you think that stems from, though? Like, because I can agree to that point. Like, I feel like we don't, like love like that. But like, where do you think that comes from? Like, where's the root of that?
It comes from men. It comes from men, not men like keeping men in the dark. It's like men are treated like birds in a cage. And like when they put the blanket over the cage and tell the birds to go to, to trick the birds and go to sleep. Like that's how the system, right, that men created, that's how they do us. They keep us in the dark. And then we don't know. We don't know how to do it. And you got to like really fight through the patriarchy, all that patriarchal bullshit that you've been taught. You got to fight through it at some point in time to figure out, oh, this is how you love. Oh, this is how you be a fucking fully functioning human being. Right? Like, and that shit is a struggle. And most men, because society is set up in such a way that we don't ever have to be challenged with that reality, they never do the work to get there. It's scary. It's frightening for men to unlearn all of the shit that we have been taught. You're talking about like our fundamental beliefs as men, right? Like our fundamental beliefs as men is like never show emotion. Never, you know what I mean? Like never apologize for anything because that shows weakness. You know what I mean? Like that's how most men are taught. That's what we're taught is masculine, right? And then we embody that shit our whole lives, and but while simultaneously being in concert or in relationships with women who don't do that, who don't function like that, right? They don't mind, oh, I was wrong about that, or oh, that was my bad. I take responsibility for that, and even taking on responsibility for shit that they didn't have anything to do with, and taking accountability for things they didn't have anything to do with. Like you're dealing with like you have men who never take accountability, and then you have a group of people who take accountability for shit that they don't even need to take accountability for. And men use that. They use that about women against women. They know that that's how most women function, so will use it against women, right?
And that is 100% true.
Which is fucked up, but that's what we do.
It's 100% true. And so that's and the point that I'm making about that is, right? So you're right, because men we don't do the work in order to get healed, in order to be healthy or whatever, right? We don't want to look at where that comes from, right? So I'm just going to use myself as an example, right? My trauma came from my mother, right? So I had to address that in order to do what was necessary in order to have the respect for women, have the respect for myself.
Wait, where was your dad?
He was in the house.
And what did he do?
He followed the instruction of my mother.
But he's a grown man. Why is your mother? You had two parents in the home, but you're blaming one?
No. I'm saying that my father did not. My father was not. He did not lead. He did not embrace the role of a father. He was not someone. He didn't teach. He didn't do the things. He gave me nothing. So he
neglected you. So why wouldn't? That's not a part of your trauma, being neglected by your father?
No.
That's abuse.
It is a part of the trauma, yes. Okay. But the majority of it came from. It was both of them, to be fair.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I can accept that. I can accept that.
It's both of them, to be fair.
Yeah.
But where the source was. Where the source is harder for me was for my mom, because boys have a different relationship with their mothers. Right? That's it.
I agree with that. But there's I think the reason why I think all kids have a different relationship with their mothers, because their mothers are the primary caretakers, right? It's not because they're women. It ain't because I don't have a different relationship with my mom because she's a woman necessarily. I think the biggest thing, right? Her being a woman contributes to it, but the biggest thing is the fact that she was the one that was there. So I have a different relationship with her than I do with my father or with any man, right?
I agree. And my mom was she was there. She showed up. Well, outside of football games and all that, she's the one that showed up. She was the one that ran the house. She's the one that when people asked me who my model was, I would always say my mom.
And how did she traumatize you?
It was an acceptance issue. Like, she just didn't accept my choices. She didn't respect my dad.
But I'm talking about for you though. How did she traumatize you?
She didn't respect. What I found is that she didn't respect my choices, but because she didn't respect my father.
And what choices were you trying to make that she didn't respect?
Bro, living life like I would. I went to go serve in the Marine Corps. She hated that. I went,
Okay.
like
that's understandable.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like I would be utterly disappointed if my son joined the military. No shade, no tea to military personnel.
That would be. But then we're talking about like what college I go to. Not acceptable, right? Just basic choices that you would
But you're
make.
an adult by then, though.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But I'm saying, but you were an adult by then. I'm like, so as a child, what was your mom doing? Like, was she traumatizing you as a child? What was she doing?
Bro, what I'm saying to you is this. When I go back to deal with this trauma, I see that it happens through my childhood, but I don't notice it until I'm of age, right? I'm 17, 18, whatever I am, right? Because I'm noticing like, hey, these choices that I make, she doesn't respect them. I still love my mom. I try to do what I can, but I don't understand. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. So we fall out because of a choice to move. I moved to Washington State because of a job.
Yeah.
And because I made that choice on that job, my mother chose to not speak to me.
What was the job? Can I ask?
Yeah, it's just I was moving from car sales over to like phones, wireless phones, Verizon. I was working for Verizon Wireless at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she stopped speaking to you because you stopped selling cars?
Because I moved out to Washington State. Because I moved away to Washington State.
Oh. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Like,
right. That's my point exactly, my man.
So she just like, my son moved to Washington, he's dead to me. Like, what?
Yes. I understand. And like I said,
I don't even want you to tell. You know what? Because that's why I don't like when people get personal, because now I want to know, but I don't want to pry. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to seem like I'm accused, but it's like, well, this is not making no sense to me. It doesn't add up.
I get it. So and without sitting and talking with someone for like 20, 30 minutes to an hour to actually tell them the details of the story, right? There's too much information that you miss. Like,
I feel like it could be much quicker than that. Like here's what I'm saying. I love my mama, and I don't like disparaging that woman at all, publicly or privately, right? Especially now at this age and I'm at, in this stage and I'm at in my, on my path, in my journey. I forgave my mama, for everything that she could have been forgiven for, as far as I'm concerned, in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But my mama could have done better. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna even sit here like, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it as vague as that. My mama could have done better for sure. And I could give you I'll give you a thing. Like my mom, and here's what I'm saying about things that I had to clock when I got older, right?
Yes.
So my mom was doing the job of two people, right? She was the man and the woman, or she was the provide. Like, she just had to provide double the amount that she would have if she would have had to make, right? So she had to work like 50% more than she, would have had to do. She worked 12 hours.
Yes.
5 days a week type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
my mother did the same, by the way. I feel you.
Yeah. So her not coming to my games and stuff like that, a lot of that I can attribute to my father not being there. You know what I mean? Like, I could say like, yeah, my dad wasn't there, and so she had to work. Therefore, how can I blame her for, you know what I mean? Like providing for us. That's just like and that's something that I had to, like, when I got older, when I started to unpack that shit, I was like, yeah, I had all of this like vitriol from my mom, and like most of that shit was like directly connected to what my dad did and how my dad abandoned us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But could she have shown up more? Yeah, she could have. Right? She definitely could have shown up more. She wasn't perfect in that. She didn't do everything she possibly could have done. Like, no. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm definitely not about to sit here and be like, yeah, I got all of this trauma that stems from my mama. Like, and she was the one who raised me. You dig what I'm saying? Like, hey, my daddy wasn't even there, and I'm definitely not about to say that. And my father, him not being there, definitely traumatized me. Abandonment definitely traumatized, without a doubt. That was trauma filled, right? So that's crazy. Like, I don't like. I just think that coming at it from this perspective of like, well, my mama didn't like the choices that I made, and then like blaming her for this. Like, I don't know. They just
hold on. Wait.
Hmm?
I don't blame my parents for anything.
Why not?
Because they didn't have the knowledge. They didn't know what they were doing.
That's not an excuse.
I don't blame them because through the healing journey, right? Basically, I understand that it's still my choice. I don't have to. When you are placing blame, you are not looking at the most important person, which is yourself.
No,
right?
No. You're doing that so you could source it. You need to source you gotta get to the root of it. Where did it come from? Right.
Right. So my point is that it came from my parents, both of them, right? My father was not responsible. My mom had to carry the weight, just like you said, right? But I don't blame them for anything that I
do now as an adult. I can respect that.
Right.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly respect that. Yeah.
As an adult, I don't blame them because really what I'm saying is everything that they did is what was necessary in order to get me to this enlightened place. So I had to go through that. So
wait, what? Even the trauma?
Right, like I don't learn.
Nah.
I don't learn. Listen, we don't have to go through trauma to learn.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, that's crazy.
We don't have to go through trauma to learn, but I will tell you that because I went through this thing and I found this way, right? I am uniquely able to speak to it to other people that are walking through the same trauma. That's all I'm saying, right? It's just my journey.
Go ahead, Jojo. Go ahead, Jojo.
No, I'm saying that's a good point. I think trauma. I think trauma to a degree can definitely build character, and just like Deontay said, like now he can reflect his his experiences with other people and let them know like, hey, I might be able to help them. Like, hey, hey, this is what I went through and this is how I healed from it and things like that. And I agree with you, Public Fan. I don't think he necessarily healed from everything, but it sounds like he's definitely grown since his last.
I'll be honest with you. I'm be honest with everybody. I don't think Deontay is that far. I don't think he's healed that much for me. But I will also say that I don't think that doesn't mean that I think like you're like a bad person or anything. Like, I just don't think you've healed from what you are saying. Like, I don't think you're like that healed up yet. Because you still.
What makes you say that?
Because you started off blaming your mom. Then when I say, well, where's your dad? And you say, well,
it's not blame. You're saying that
you literally blamed your mom. Come on,
no, I'm telling you where the trauma came from.
That is blaming your mom.
No, that's not blame on her. She didn't know. That is just what she chose. If she chose, wait. If your parent, listen to me.
All right.
If my mother smoked, okay, but she told us not to smoke.
Smoke what?
Right. She cigarettes, right? Cigarettes. She smokes cigarettes. Now she's telling me what's right, but she's doing what's wrong in my face.
Okay.
So as a child, I hear what she's teaching me is say the right thing, but
do as I say, not as I do. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So she made that choice. Now that's not to blame her. That is just the fact that that's a choice that she made and it affected me.
But the thing is like your daddy. Look, man, your daddy wasn't contributing, and I have a friend. And the crazy thing is, listening to your story, I have another buddy of mine who similarly kept saying that his dad was like a victim. He kept painting his father out to be like a victim in their household. He was like, yeah, man, I always saw my mama young. And I remember I was like, bro, why would your mama just be yelling at your daddy like that? I'm being honest with you. Look, man, this may definitely be like my wife don't raise her voice at me for no reason. My wife don't go out of her way to bring up no issue with me for no fucking reason. Like, she don't be like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, maybe because your daddy like was a piece of shit. Like, maybe your daddy was abusing her and you just didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because she hid it from you and she never told you. And I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying this is what I was saying to my home.
I understand.
Like, maybe,
you're just giving a scenario.
Yeah, I'm saying giving a scenario. So but the reaction was very similar to you. It was like, yeah, you know, I blame my mom for all of these things. And I'm like, but how do you blame your mom when your dad was in the house? Like, I don't even understand that. Like, how, like listen, I have more of a leg to stand on. If I wanted to blame my mom, I would have more of a leg to stand on because my mom was the only one there. You see what I'm saying? But if my mom and my daddy were there, there's no way in hell I could ever start off a thing with like, yeah, I blame my mama. For what? That don't even make sense. Like that. And then you did verbatim say you blame your mom for your trauma. That's what you said initially. And then you said that when I brought up your dad, then you said, oh, my dad, yeah, he's someone. Now you saying nobody's to blame for my trauma. And I needed it to happen. And I'm like, that was a crazy shit.
What I'm saying to you is I experienced, this is as simple as I can make it. What I'm saying to you is I experienced this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
My parents hid things.
Okay.
Right? They lied about stuff. Okay. Right. So to be fair, I am a reformed liar. I'm a reformed narcissist. I am a reformed all of these things.
You're not a reformed narcissist.
Wait, I understand.
You're not a reformed narcissist.
Wait.
You are a narcissist, like right now, currently.
Bro, I understand that everyone has narcissistic tendencies. All of us as humans have narcissistic tendencies. We all do.
Maybe.
Because every human's number one priority is self-preservation.
That's not true. That's projection.
Bro, everyone's natural, normal, protective thing is self-preservation. You don't want to die.
I mean, my wife would gladly, me too. I would gladly give up my life for my kids or my wife.
Right. But what I'm saying is at our core, we're fighting against, just like the men thing, right? If men are to blame, right? Mm-hmm. Because we at our core are destroyers. We are destroyers, right?
Naturally?
So, yes, men.
Nah.
Come on, bro.
That's crazy. Naturally, we're destroyers?
Yes, we're prone to violence. Men are prone to violence. Would you not say that's true?
Yeah, we are prone to violence. I don't know if it's nature or nurture, but I'm scared. I'm not in the school of thought that men are, you know, I know a lot of people gonna say, they're gonna disagree with me. A lot of people are in the Princella, the Queen Maker school of thought of men are just born trash. But I'm not going that far, bro. But you are what you're saying. That is what she said. What you're saying is you and her are aligned on this point. That's what I'm saying.
We are not aligned. We are not aligned.
You are.
Because the idea is there are healthy men and there are unhealthy men.
That's not what you're saying. You're all over the place. You just said that we are. I asked you. I said, so you're saying we're natural destroyers, and you said yes, meaning it is in our nature, which that is what Princella says.
Bro, it is our nature, but we are moving. Our number one superpower is learning, right? Mm. So we can learn to be better. That's what we started with, right? Men don't do the work to get healthy so that we can do what is necessary, right? Mm. Because our nature is not that of good. Our nature is bad. We are violent. We are angry. We are these things, right? So we have to work against that. That's what the healing process is. You are healing yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself, so that you can present the best version of yourself when you're touching people, right?
No deal.
That's what we're out there doing. That's what we're trying. That's what we should be doing.
Bad though. That's just me.
Hold on. Let me read these, and I want Sply and JoJo to get in, man. We've been talking to Dion. I've been cornering the conversation. Erica said, "No, you're just failing to gaslight us, sir." That was for you. Deontay. Is it Deontay or Deonta?
No, it's Deontay.
Deontay, okay, cool.
Still over there, yeah.
DJ said 5 more on his head. Type that says you made me abuse you. Damn. That's 20 on his head. Let's keep going. I got some more in here. Hold on, let me read these super chats.
Except for I would never tell a person that they made. How can you make me? No one can make me do anything.
I don't know, brother. That's what it.
Right? It's impossible. That's
Vonnie,
the point.
Hold on, let me read these super chats. Vonnie said, every day, men make me call them disgusting, ready for the 4B tsunami. Lady Starfish said 5 on this liar. That's 25. 5 on the liar. Less talking and more listening. You might evolve and learn something. Intently Purposeful said, no one is perfect, quote unquote. Mama should be Mama should be not my daddy. Mama should be not my daddy. Metal Kisses said, trauma is getting your ass whooped by your parents like I did, or being abandoned. You were raised to do the right thing. That's not traumatic. Yeah.
I got my ass whooped, by the way.
You got his ass whooped.
I also got my ass whooped. Yes.
Reach College said, I'm healed, quote unquote, proceeds to say red pill talking points. Victim blames and blames his mother for everything. You are a Timu red pillar. Drop it. That's 30.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm just reading them, brother. I'm gonna let you respond after I'm done reading them. I promise you. I promise you. I'm gonna let you respond. I just got to get through the messages.
That's good.
Rose said, tell him feeling guilt isn't taking responsibility. That's true. Feeling guilt is not taking responsibility. Okay, now Deontay can respond, and I want you. Oh, I'm sorry. Sarita said, I'm sorry. Juneteenth said, I'm sick of this liar. Juneteenth. That's 30. Go ahead, Deontay. You can respond now.
So it's very interesting, man, because how I got here is by rooting myself in the truth, bro. And there's only one truth. There's only one truth. Every iteration from the one truth is a lie, right? It really is. I'm a facts and data guy, right? That's what makes me good at my job. That's what makes me. I think
you've been giving us some half truths. I think a lot of the stuff you're saying is true. I can agree on some of the things you're saying is true. I think some of the stuff you're saying is half truth.
So tell me what you think that I'm saying is a half truth, so I can go.
I told you already. I don't even want you to go back. I'm saying we've been addressing this whole time the things you're saying about your mom, how you pivoted, how you went to your dad, how you went to nobody is responsible. Like, I think a lot of that's half truths. The thing you said about women need to take accountability, that's that's not true. Yeah. There's a few things.
Okay, so you're saying that women don't need to take accountability at all?
No, I'm saying they do take accountability. I'm not saying they don't need to. I'm saying they already do, but men don't. So we need to focus on men taking accountability, because women already do take accountability.
So I'm speaking to you, man, and I'm saying that I'm telling men the same thing that you are. Mm-hmm. I'm telling men that it's our fault. I'm telling men that we are the ones that don't lead properly. We are the ones that don't walk in the proper ways. We are the ones. We have to show.
Do you think men are supposed to be the leaders?
In a patriarchal system, but I don't work that way. Yeah. I because of what I experienced in the area that I'm at, mm-hmm. right? I just boil everything down to as simple as it can be, and that's humanity.
Okay.
Right? I just don't. If I know that I don't want it to happen to me, I don't do it to another person. Period.
Okay.
That's it.
I respect that.
Right. And if we start from there, then we will. So that's a modicum of respect. Mm-hmm. Respect is just about considering the person that's across from you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Considering.
NJG said, did he seek professional help or try to self-heal?
That's a question for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did both. So I have once I found where my issue was, mm-hmm. I both went to seek out help on my own, and any smart man will seek counsel. I don't know what smart man doesn't seek counsel. So yes, I went to go talk to therapists. I went to go talk to psychologists. Mm-hmm. I have friends that are in the field. So
you got diagnosed officially with narcissism?
No, I didn't get. I personally didn't get diagnosed with narcissism.
Then why are you calling yourself a narc?
What are you talking about?
You said you're narcissistic.
No, that's not what I said, bro.
All right.
What did you hear me say? I'm done. I said that I know psychiatrists. They talk to me about narcissism, yes, but I was not diagnosed as a narcissist. Right? They just gave me the information.
Sir, you said that, brother. I'm sorry.
Didn't he not say he was a reformed narcissist?
That's literally what you said,
baby.
Right.
Because in my youth, before I was healed, I did all these things.
Hold on, but we gotta stop. We have to clock it. I just said that you said that you were a narc, and you literally said, no, I never said that. And then you said, right. No, so you did say it.
Listen. I'm saying in what I was just presenting to you, I never said that I'm a narcissist. Yes, I said I'm a reformed narcissist.
Okay, then I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Right. That's what I was saying, man. I didn't say that that's blog. But yes, I said I am a reformed all of those things. I did all those things. Mm-hmm. So
damn. We did it, Joe. Six Figures said, get the. She said, bye, gaslighter. Shut the F up. Damn. They didn't want to hear it. I thought it was interesting.
It was funny. I wanted to talk to him though, because I don't think our natural, what we're innate capable of doing is necessarily evil. I think it's how we use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that comes from people teaching other people. So in that way, I would say the reason why a lot of these men are doing these things it's because of socialization, right? I would say because of other people teaching these men to do these systems, this education that's teaching these men, not because it's natural.
Yeah.
And by claiming it's natural, I think it's just undermining what's going on.
Yeah, 100%. It's a cop-out. That's why I'm really big on never saying it's natural. Like, it's just in us. Like, no, it's not. That's a cop-out. We're not naturally violent. You know what I mean? Like, and nature can change too. I do want people to understand that nature can change. You can change the nature of something. The nature of dogs have changed. We've changed it. You changed the nature of cows. We've domesticated many of animals and plants. We've changed the nature of things a ton, all the time. So we can change our own nature too if we want to. So saying something is natural doesn't mean it has to be the status quo forever. You know what I'm saying? We could definitely change it. We just got to work on it. Go ahead, JoJo. That was interesting. Hey, man, let's get the likes up to over 100,000 right briefly. Oh, JoJo gone. Let's get the likes up to over 100,000 right briefly, man. I definitely want to keep the conversation going. Please support the live, keep the live alive. Yeah. All of
So
that.
I was going to ask you about a conversation I had with my friend, right? So we were talking about how, I don't know how it came up, but we were talking about how often that women would marginalize or undermine other women over men, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how it's unhealthy that we've seen oftentimes we see women burn bridges with women figures in their lives, whether it be their mother, their home girl, their how do you feel about that?
Do I think it happens?
No, not that you think it happened. I mean, I don't know. Do you believe it happens?
Of course. I've seen it happen before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it's not something that I would ever focus like any attention on, because that's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's not really like a prevalent issue in society, like women burning bridges with women because of a man or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I burn bridges with friends over my wife. No doubt about it. I one of my best friends, we don't even talk no more. Because of not because like my wife is to blame, but it was over an issue that, had to do with my wife.
Oh, I was saying.
Yeah.
But to the answer to the problem, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
To the problem, I think it's very obvious. I don't think there should be hesitation for it. But
there is a lot of hesitation. So a lot of people hesitating. I want the hesitators to come up here and hesitate. Many women choose men over their kids and friends. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure it happens. Not something that I am going to waste any time talking about, though. Unfortunately, I know that it happens. I know it exists. Go ahead, Erica.
Okay, when you ask are men to blame, I don't necessarily feel like men are to blame, just like how I don't feel like women are to blame. I feel like it's the society norm that we should really be blaming, because that's what's constantly changing. And I feel like people just want to fit that so much, because like everybody has like a fixture in their head of like, like what they think is the standard. And it's like, I feel like everybody's standard is like switching because the society norm is every single day.
So
I don't feel like men are to blame.
So who sets the societal norms?
I kind of feel like the people set the society norms by believing and like idolizing some things that we see, as far as like designer, as far as like having money, have like looking this way.
I mean, I'm not saying people don't feed into it. I think you're conflating two different things. People feed into it, But who set the standard is a completely different.
But I feel like by
discussion.
feeding into it, we kind of set the standard.
We don't.
If that makes any sense.
I know what you're trying to say, but we don't. Though that's not how it works. The standard is set. They only give us some. Okay, let me ask you this: you live in America?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is your ethnicity or race?
I am Black.
You're Black. Okay. Are you familiar with like Black history in America, like slavery, Jim Crow, whatever, Reconstruction? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, but even when you talk about Black history, I feel like I'm familiar with the history that they teach us, but I also went to go gain my own knowledge.
Okay, I'm with all of that. Hold on, let me ask my question though before you. So, who was responsible for the enslavement of Black people?
I kind of feel like when it comes to the enslavement that's going on now,
No,
I feel like
I didn't say now, ma'am. I didn't say now. I said who was responsible for the enslavement of Black people.
I feel like we're responsible for the enslavement because at a point in time, I feel like even when they created the Emancipation Proclamation and freed us from their hand, we still went to go work these jobs to get to this, like it's like I feel like everybody's trying to get to this like point in their life. Everybody's trying to get to this standard, But then again, it's like who created that standard? Like we kind of have this belief that like if we get to this point in life, then we're gonna be successful. But it's like we're all kind of chasing to like sit at their table in a way.
But that's not what I asked you though. I'll ask you again. Who is responsible for the institution of slavery? Who started it?
That's why we are.
No, Black people did not sell themselves into slavery. That's not what happened. Right? And I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there was a market for slaves. Was there not?
No.
Yes.
I kind of feel like.
Yes. Hold on, Erica. Hold on. Wait. It's not an opinion. It's Erica.
Which slavery are you talking about?
Hold on, man. I'm sorry. It's not an opinion. It is a fact. There was a market for slaves, right? There was a market. That's where it started. There was a market for slaves, right? Who went and got the slaves? Who went and picked them up? Who put them on the ships? Who brought them to Europe first? And then who brought them to the America second? Who did that?
That's what I'm saying. I kind of feel like first of all, to answer your question, number one, which slavery are you talking about?
I'm talking about the transatlantic slave trade.
Okay.
Chattel slavery.
Thank you. Because that will help me censor, which slavery are you talking about? And then number two, I feel like we were everywhere. So even when you say they came and got us, I feel like we were everywhere. I feel like some of us, they did go and get us, but some of us, we were already indigenous and we were already native to this land.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, even if you wanted to say that, who enslaved the Black people on this continent?
That's what I'm saying. I kind of feel like we were already here.
I know. I'll give you wherever the Black people were. They were here first. You got it. Who enslaved them? Who put them in chains? Who made them work the fields? Who made them pick tobacco? Who made them pick cotton? Who made them plow? Who made them sow the seeds? Who did that? Who was cracking the whips? Who insured the bodies? Who did that? Oh shit. What up, Edwin? Go ahead, brother.
I would have passed right by her, man, on my live. All right, you got it. Okay.
They put 20 on her head and she dipped. Damn.
She knows the question that's being asked, but she refuses to answer it because she has her own belief, which is cool. But facts are facts.
Hell no, that shit wasn't cool.
We're speaking about facts. Well, I mean, if anybody has an opinion, their opinion is what it is, but it doesn't negate facts. Facts are that even though men had a choice to either live and pick or unalive because they don't, you're right. That is a choice, but that's not what kind of choice is that to even have? It's not even a good choice to have.
Oh no, we don't. I'm not even just. we can forget the whole slavery thing. We not having that discussion.
Yeah, I know.
Slavery was slavery. I ain't about to sit here.
To the men. Who are men to blame? Absolutely. Even when we lack the tools, we're responsible for a lot of things that go on in our life. And since you make the broad of men, you always do that intelligently. You make it about men in general, and people come up here and switch it. I'm gonna go touch on both. So white tea men are the reason why we have what we have out here. The rules that we have to abide by is made by white tea men. Women did not come up with these rules. And all the things that they have done. Now, community-wise, we're responsible because we lack the tools. We don't have the leadership or whatever the case may be. However, our decisions dictate, in a sense, or form or condition people to do certain things. So even when you have these women that you don't want to be with, but yet you're sleeping with them, it is still your fault because you're getting them pregnant and leaving them. That is your fault. It is not their fault for keeping it. You gave them the choice to keep it or not by getting them pregnant. After that, it is not up to you. It is not up to you at all. So if you don't want to have children with a woman you don't like, don't sleep with her. And Edwin don't flip flop. Edwin is a misogynist. So I'm on both of y'all sides. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Don't listen to me talk. But anywho, we have a lot of responsibility, which means we need to be more disciplined and more intentional about the things that we do, because we are creating these broken homes. We are creating these women who are unhappy. They're not just coming out this way.
Why do you feel like you should be on both sides of an issue that is one-sided? Why do you deem it necessary?
I'm not on both sides. I just say that because people say I flip-flop, because I'm gonna call out a behavior, whether it's a man's behavior or a woman's. And a lot of people don't like when their behavior is called out. I never.
You mean like individually?
No. Like, as far as like, if I could talk to a collective bunch, I'm not speaking on, oh, you did this, you're wrong. I never call anybody wrong. I understand the behavior and why it was made. So I never call nobody wrong, but I do tell them that it's not a good look. It's a poor behavior, whether it's a man or a woman. Some of our decisions are poor. Even the smartest man makes poor decisions at times. But we want to appear to be perfect, so we want somebody to agree with us all the time. And when one don't, he's an enemy. That's fine. That's immature to me. If everything I say makes me an enemy when I'm saying nothing to disrespect or put down somebody, I made an enemy, that's fine. You're immature. I don't have no problem with that. I've been immature too, so I actually get it.
I don't think. Okay, so I'll tell you why I think people react that way, because I react that way sometimes to the stuff you say too, but I don't think it's that. I think that the problem is that we are talking about issues, like we are talking about oppression, right? And when you talk about oppression doesn't go both ways. Only one group can oppress another group. You can't simultaneously oppress one another, right? So when you get on a platform and you call yourself like calling out women or whatever the case may be as a group, not a woman, you can call out a woman. Like I've definitely clocked women, you know what I'm saying? Like individually, like that woman that was just up here. I was going to clock the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? Like I clocked a woman earlier. Like you can clock a woman, no doubt about it. Nobody cares about that. But when you try to clock women, that's a problem. Because what are you clocking women for? How does it go both ways? How do you see both? Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how does that exist in a dynamic where there is an oppressor and the oppressed, and you're essentially saying that, oh, I see what the oppressor is saying. They got a decent point. You see what I'm saying? Like that's why I think people react the way that they do to the things that you're saying.
It can come off that way, but I'm not saying it that way. I don't put up behaviors to say all of y'all do this. I can say most, some. That's what I do. So if a lot of people fit the narratives or the topics, because I never said people in Atlanta does this, people in LA do that. I say some women or most women, some men or most men do this. If you feel like this is an attack, this is the same way as you do it. Yeah. You said all men. You never put no number on America or what men.
I just say men, yeah, not all men, but yeah.
Well, my bad, men. You said men. You never said black men. You never said white tea men. You're just naming men, and guess who come up here? The men who feel attacked by it. Exactly, the men who feel attacked by it because they kind of resemble what you're talking about. Because we actually do resemble what you're talking about.
I mean, we're
So
men,
all
yeah.
I'm doing is calling out behaviors that can be better. If you feel like I'm fake, who gives a damn? If you feel like I'm a liar,
I don't think you fake. I don't.
Not you,
I was gonna say, I don't.
not you.
Yeah.
Me and you solid.
Yeah.
We don't agree on everything, but we understand to a degree where we're coming from. If you don't like me, I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be heard by people who want to understand, like, hey, I do have a bad behavior. Maybe I can't change it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal. It's not for me to say you're bad, because I never put anybody down. I've never in my life on this live say you're a terrible person, you're this and that. I call out your behavior. You take it how you want to take it. And I don't feel any way about how I'm saying. I'm not saying it to make you seem like a bad person. I'm simply calling out poor behavior.
I know, but okay. All right, hold on. Wait, Edwin, hold on. I want to ask you.
I'm gonna learn with this. When I say I'm on both sides, it's this: I'm calling out behaviors on both sides.
I know.
It's
okay, perfect.
Taking this side and then taking that side.
I got you. So, what behaviors are you calling out for women?
Well, it all depends.
No, give me a behavior that you call out.
A behavior that I called out today is women who get half naked on the internet. I said that's an insecure thing.
Why is that how is that a problematic behavior?
I just say insecure.
I know, I'm saying, how is it? So if you're calling out a behavior, it is a problematic behavior, right? Why are you calling out women who get half naked on the internet?
I don't believe that's problematic. I'm just calling it what it is. I don't think it's.
You don't believe it's problematic?
No.
Then why are you calling it out?
I have a choice, because if you want to be perceived by certain type of individuals, this behavior to certain type of individuals could be insecure.
But why are you?
I'm not saying that it's a problem.
But you're making an assumption that they.
You're backpedaling on what you just said.
I'm not backpedaling anything. I don't need to backpedal.
Hold on, Edwin. Hold on. Wait. But you're making the assumption that these women are trying to garner the attention from whatever group of men you think that they're trying to garner attention from. Why are you? You know what I'm saying?
100%. First of all, everybody wants attention, but what type of attention do you get from that type of behavior? If you don't dress that way, although men will come at you if you're in a damn trash bag, the more terrible men will come for you if you're this way. So if you don't want to have these bad experiences because things are not working out for y'all.
What do you mean by bad experiences? Can you explain that?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Because statistically speaking, women who were sexually assaulted were actually fully clothed. So I want to know what that.
I just said that a woman will be approached even if she's in a trash bag. Did I not?
Okay, so we said we're attracting more negative behaviors.
So it's even worse. It's even worse the type of men you can garner, you can get into your life by showing that. They will tell you lies. They will say that you're so beautiful and I want to make you my wife when they only want something out of you in the bed.
Okay, which that wouldn't be the woman's problem though. That would be the man's problem.
It is a man's problem, but I'm helping to protect them.
But you're not though.
I am.
No, I'm telling you. Hold on, wait.
You're calling out the women
Time out. Time out. You're not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not. You're not helping the women. That's what I'm saying. Helping the women, like you want to cure it or you want to, like, what do you want to do? Because the women ain't gonna listen to you anyway, right? Let's be honest. Like you telling women that dress half naked on the internet, they're not about to listen to you. Because they know, they know better. They understand it better than you and I do. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I always find it. That's why I personally, and this is my personal thing that I have come to grips with. This is why I implore men to stop giving women advice as a group, because you don't understand it. There's no way you're going to tell me you understand what those women are going through more than they understand it. Like you have no insight for it.
I have a better example. I have the mindset of a sick man, and I know what sick men think.
But they do too, though. I mean, they know sick men, though. That's what I'm saying. They know sick men. So instead of you going to the women and saying, "Hey, why don't you put on some clothes?" which is just respectability politics, whatever. Instead of that, you should go to the men and say, "Hey, men, why are you so sick? Why are you so depraved? Why are you so disgusting?" That's the cure. The cure would always be to go to the source of the trauma and not go to the victims.
Now,
right?
Personally, since you've known me well enough on this live, do I not address men?
But Edwin, that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
I'm helping you understand why people are calling you a flip flopper. 100%. Because you can't go both ways with it, brother. That's all I'm saying. Like you do. I know. Don't, sir. Trust me.
I got you.
I know that people have a perception about me or whatever, and you could take it or leave it, right? But I know without whether I'm right about everything, which is not the point, right? What I'm saying, the approach 100% is the right approach, right? The right approach is to always call out the problematic behavior of the oppressor and to never call out the problematic behavior of the oppressed, because there is no need in doing that. The oppressed are almost always the oppressed is just reacting to whatever the oppressors are doing to them.
No, that's a fact.
So there's I'm almost hold on, sir.
If the oppressor changes,
Edwin, hold on. The oppressor hasn't changed though. It has never changed yet. So instead of ever saying, women, stop dressing like this way, which you're victim blaming, just so you know that. Whether you want that to be the case or not, that is what you're doing, right? So that is why people are reacting the way that they are to the things that you're saying. That's what I'm telling you. Because you can't have it both ways. You can't say I'm calling out men and women when there's no need to call out women in this instance. Why are you calling? And why are you as a man calling? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why not just call out men? Why not just focus on the male problematic behavior? Why not just focus on what men do? You understand men better, which I agree. You and I understand men better in this way. That is your lane. Your lane should be calling out men. You just said it. I understand men because I'm a sick man. Bet. Me too. So let's talk to other sick men. Why are we talking to women at all? That seems like a waste of time. But it's uncomfortable. I know it's uncomfortable to solely focus on men because men are taught this lie that it goes both ways. And I think you're almost there. That's what I'm saying. You just got to let it go. Let that fear go of being judged by men and being, you know what I'm saying? Like, let that shit go. Because these niggas is stupid. Any nigga that will judge you for that shit, they're just dumb. They're ignorant. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't have women's best interests at heart. They don't have men's best interests at heart. All they want to do is gaslight and manipulate, right? Just let it go. Just let that shit go. That's my suggestion to you. Just let it go.
But what you're saying is kind of what I say too. So it make you kind of making sense to because if we change, things will change. Mm-hmm. If us collectively will change, women only will react. So when we get them pregnant, they only react to us getting them pregnant, whether they want to have a baby or not. So I understand exactly what you're saying, and you make great sense when you say what you're saying. So that's something I'm probably going to think about, because realistically, I am saying like, oh, that's an insecure thing. That does come off as an attack.
And why do you think that? Why do you think women that are half naked on the internet are insecure? What if they are completely secure? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you haven't thought about that? Like, what if you are just completely secure? That's why you're half naked on the internet, because you're completely secure with yourself.
It's equivalent to me to a man showing money all the time.
You think a woman showing off her body is the equivalent of a man showing off his money? Which it would. I mean, I guess it would matter how they did it, right?
They always talk about they got this bread and they always at the club. Yeah, I'm popping. Any man who's always up in himself, he's insecure about something. He's trying to make himself look cool.
Yeah, if you have to tell people if you have to, but the women aren't telling you anything. They're showing you, they're proving to you that they actually look good. See what I'm saying? Like, you think they look good. I think they look good. They're proving to us that they look good. So they're not telling us anything.
At the end of the day, you made a good point, and I'm going to think about what you said, because I do believe that men are the source of everything that's happening. And like you said, I haven't heard that. Women people are just reacting to what men are doing. And that's 100% true.
Even men are reacting to what men are doing. That's what I'm saying. We are reacting too.
I said everybody.
Yeah, we're all reacting to this system in different ways.
So that's a great point to make. So I'm gonna think on that. I'm gonna start coming with a different approach.
Yeah, man. Treats. You can say that, brother. You can go or whatever.
I gotta go take care of something.
All right, bet.
When I get a chance.
All right, bro. Treats, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that men are to blame. And I always find it funny when men are upset about the society and the environment they created. And it's funny because men are now very upset about, women being as sexually expressive as they are and able to, have sex with who they want, when they want, etc. But it's funny because, a couple of years ago, fathers were selling their daughters basically, right? I think it's funny because now, you know, for example, if a woman has OnlyFans, she's selling herself. But before, when fathers were selling their daughters, it was okay. They weren't called prostitutes, but that's what they were. They were literally selling them to have sex with these men for money.
Sorry,
and
Michael.
who was profiting? Who was profiting off of that? It was literally only the men. The women were not getting that money to use.
Mm-hmm.
The father was using it. And the last person who was just on the live, he's the same type of person to sit there and tell their daughter she's being a slut for walking around in a tank top or a dress in her own home instead of telling the other family members who may be looking at her inappropriately to watch your gaze, to focus your gaze.
Yep.
I don't think men want to take accountability for that at all. They're just, I think they have a problem with the fact that we have more choice these days. And that's where I that's what I wanted to add to the live.
Yeah, I agree with it. What up, James? They wanted you to come up here. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure you were saying
what
something.
You mean you don't know what's going on?
I couldn't read your comments. They invited you up and you ended up here. I didn't invite you up, but I'm interested to hear what you got to say. Appreciate you coming up, Trees.
I don't know if you think men are to blame or not, but
I do.
If you do, I agree with you.
I do think men are to blame.
Yeah, because we run this.
We do.
If you have a problem with an organization and it's being run improperly, it's the people at the top.
Absolutely. Yep.
Knowing that men are in control of society, yes, we are to blame. As long as y'all can acknowledge that men are in charge, we don't have a problem. But if y'all think y'all equally sharing the responsibility and that y'all up there in leadership, then men not to blame. Everybody is to blame. You understand?
No.
But if it's the men that's running things, which they are, we know that.
Okay.
Men run this. So whether it's messed up or not, we are the blames because we're the one that's out there doing it.
Yeah, we're
the one that's controlling society. So we have to take the blame for it.
Yeah. So there you go. I don't understand. Were you disagreeing with something at some point in time?
No, I said if you think men are to blame, I agree with you.
So is your thing just to say that men run everything? Is that why you want to? Yeah, we run everything. Like
yeah, women ain't doing nothing, so we can't blame them. How can we blame them if they're not in charge of anything?
Yeah, they're not in charge. They're doing stuff, but they're not in charge.
Right. They're waiting on us to make the decisions to change everything.
Yeah, we need to
change. So we can't blame them because they're not in the position of leadership. They're like the vice president. They ain't doing nothing. The president is the one making the decisions, and they're just there for moral support. You understand? So we can't blame them.
This is interesting.
They don't have the authority.
So why do you disagree with me so much when this is like overall my message, right?
Yeah, because some of the stuff you're on here talking about, women need to get paid for being stay-at-home mothers, which I disagree with that because they really ain't doing nothing. A responsibility is not a job, okay?
That is wait. That is literally
sharing responsibility. Men don't need to share responsibility with women because they're not taking the blame for anything. We are.
But
we're in charge. We run in this.
But we do blame women for stuff.
Fall in line. That's what they got to do.
No. Women don't need to fall in line. That's not because men are leading us off a cliff.
They need to start taking some blame for what's going on then if they're not going to fall in line. Either you're in leadership or you're not in leadership. If you want to step in the leadership position, you better start taking some blame.
They're not trying
You're going to have to be accountable.
They're not trying to be the leaders, James. They're just not. They're not going along with the program that men have set forth. That men are trying to implement. A lot of women are rejecting the program. That's it. It doesn't make them a leader.
Well, they can reject the program if they want, but they ain't gonna be running nothing around here.
That's not it. There's no need to say but.
We've been running it, and we're gonna keep on running it.
Yeah, you sound like Nick Fuentes. You know what that is?
No, I don't know what that is. What is that?
When Nick Fuentes said,
"Is it a what or who?"
It's a who. He said, "My body, your choice. Men win, women lose, and all that stuff." You sound very much like him, like a creeper. I ain't gonna even hold you. Yeah, because that's a weird
should
take.
Be put under the jail. If they don't have the baby, put them under the jail and don't let them out anymore.
Who?
Because if a man can be in prison for life for unaliving a fetus, okay, the same thing should be for a woman.
Oh my God, I hate talking to people about abortion because you don't know shit about it.
Well, I don't want to talk about that. I'm just saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If she can unalive the fetus and get off because she just made a decision to unalive it, and a man unalive.
Can I ask you a question, James? James, can I ask you a question? Is there ever any point in time that a fetus poses any harm to a man physically?
No. Okay. Not that I know of.
Okay. Is there any point in time that a fetus poses harm to a woman?
Oh, yeah, plenty of times.
Every time. So what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you conflating the two?
What I'm talking about is the decision to unalive it just because I don't want it. We all know that there have to be life-saving decisions made. I'm not talking about that because if somebody come on my property and they try to rob me and I unalive them, that's not murder. Okay, that's me defending myself. So if a woman is literally trying to save her life and we have knowledge, scientific knowledge from a doctor that this fetus is getting ready to unalive this woman, well, I understand trying to save your life. But when it's, oh, I slipped up, I don't want this, I'm getting ready to unalive it because I just don't want to do this, that's a different story.
Like maybe she living in poverty?
Or maybe it's like somebody coming to sell me something and I unalive them because I don't want them knocking on my door. That
don't make sense. But
that's just I'm just making a decision that they inconveniencing me.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense though. It's not that easy. Go ahead, Toxic.
It makes sense just because you're in poverty to unalive a human being.
Why not? It's not a human. It's a fetus. Go ahead, Toxic man.
Okay. Are men to blame? That's kind of broad. I was curious. Like blame for what?
You think about it. Think of a problem. And then okay. Let me know if men are to blame for it. Denise said his chair sound like prototype door. That shit, you need that WD-40. Yeah. So think of the issue.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say that. Gosh. Well, let's stick with that topic of abortion. Can I say that? All right. Yes. Yeah, abortion. I think I would say
say AB.
Given to the situation, I think it's accountability on both part. I mean, it takes two to tango. So whether you want to blame the woman for wanting to get rid of or not, like, I mean, you had to take accountability. You did what you had to do. Whether you didn't wear protection or she didn't take a pill, that plays on both parts. But
why would a person?
I will say
why would a person want to AB a child?
I mean, multiple reasons. I mean, one of the biggest thing is not being able to take care of it. I mean, of course.
And what is
like,
that? And
it sounds great. I'm sorry.
And what is that? So if most of the time, because I agree that most of the time it's because the woman is not able to take care of the child, and they know that the man ain't gonna. I don't think there's a lot of, and I don't know this. We can look this up. I don't think the majority of ABs are happening to women in happy, healthy relationships. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of it probably has to do with not being supported by the father of the child and poverty and things of that nature, right? So, so that would also be a systemic issue, right? If there's so many people who are living in poverty, then that is a systemic issue. And who would control and who would be to blame for the poverty that exists in our country?
honestly, I mean, the way the government is set up, it's a hierarchy. So you're gonna have poor people, and poor people is gonna have kids.
But that's not what Toxic Mind. That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. Though.
Okay.
What group of people would be to blame for poverty?
Oh, are we talking about race or what do you mean?
It could be anything. It could. I don't care. However you want to do it.
Group of people.
Man.
This is hard for you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I could go with that. Yeah, man. I mean, because we're making up 90% of the rules. So
we make up every rule. We make up every rule. So, but yeah, so men control the vast majority, if not pretty much all the money on the planet. We set the laws, we set the policies, all of that stuff. So if a bunch of women are living in poverty, that would be because of men. So you want to try a different problem, a different equation? We could try to solve that one too. Because we got to the bottom of AB.
Can I say that men need to make a rule to start locking these women up for going to unaliving these fetus? The prison population would increase 13,000 per week.
Yeah, we know.
We have 13,000 new inmates per week in the women's prison.
We got
you. We go ahead and establish that law and get it popping.
Lynn put 10 on James' head. Said banish James to his nurse. You got a different problem, different equation.
No. I'm gonna let the new person talk, and we'll go off of what he said.
Okay, I'm with that. Googly eyes, what's good with it? Oh, what her name? Anomalise? I think that's the name. Anomaly Sec? What's good?
Yeah, I was just thinking, I don't know, I feel like there's different nuances to deciding on when it's right, when it's wrong.
What?
ABs.
I promise you, I don't want to talk about ABs with men. You guys don't know shit about them. I'm just being honest with you. I don't, anybody that has nothing to do with you or me. That's my belief. So I don't even like discussing it. I don't like to try to convince men because there's no convincing men because you guys don't really care. You don't really care about women getting ABs. You don't care about the children that are already here. You don't care about the women. You just want to have something to like talk shit about women. Right. So I don't really care to have that discussion. I would rather go to something that I feel like you or whoever else were like more versed in. Right. Like we have a better understanding of, because I don't think anybody up here really understands abortions enough to really talk about them in any seriousness. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I feel like I could say something about it. So,
can you give birth to a child?
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about I just want to talk about something different. But so I'm a child of rape, and I was told about this, early on as a kid, and for a while I was feeling like, I do hear people say, oh, these sort of children should be let go.
Nope, not everybody feels like that.
Well, I feel like the majority of the discussions, they usually say like, oh, this is an acceptable reason.
It 100% is.
And as a child, that comes from that, I feel like that sort of talk is very harmful.
Why?
Because I feel like that's kind of like saying, oh, okay, so my existence stems from this dark thing, so I shouldn't be here. But I kind of felt like,
you said you shouldn't be here, though. Nobody said you shouldn't be here.
Well, I'm talking about for the people that argue that you should get rid of those.
Nobody thinks you should get rid of a baby that comes from rape. What they're saying is you should have the option to do so. That's it. Two totally different things. I've never heard of.
I feel like the majority of the time when I do hear of people saying you should, like, this is the only acceptable reason to do it, is for that.
I can name many reasons way more than that. Number one reason, she wants to get rid of the baby. Number two reason, she don't have enough money. Number three reason, the man's not going to support her. Number four reason, it's Tuesday. Number five, like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever reason she wants to get an AB, that's her right. Like, I don't know why, once again, why not? Why are we talking about something that it doesn't affect you? You don't have anything to do with it. It's not your body. It's not your baby. Who can't move around? It's just weird. Like, I get it. You came from grape, right? My great grandmama probably was here because of grape. My great granddaddy was probably here because of grape. Would I 100% give my life, erase everything about me to go back to my great granny not being graped? Or I'm sorry, to somebody in my family not being raped by some slave owner? Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't. I feel like I've made a lot of, good differences here in this world, in this little time that I've been here.
You haven't made enough to offset a graping. Trust me.
I'd argue that I have.
You can't.
I'm sorry. Hold on, real quick.
Like what?
I don't think it's I don't think it's not like we're not trying. Or I guess what the host is saying is that it's not that it's a people want to just give that person the option to just get rid of it, but you also have to consider, like, is that person capable of raising a kid? And maybe your circumstances of however way you was upbringing, maybe there was a support system. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe you're just one of the few that came out on a good foot. But if you're looking at it from
the majority of time, yeah.
Right, and a healthy situation for that child, it doesn't look good. It's not a positive, or like, hey, you know what, I could bounce back. You're talking about from little kids all the way up. And even grown-ups, some of them can't even do it. Some women don't even want to have kids, and now you have one, and it's like you're expecting them to just miraculously just turn things around, and that just ain't gonna work.
Yeah. Real quick. We did it, Joe. Or should I say James? Hey, Mackenzie said, get the fuck out of here, Uncle Ruckus. Kim said, James needs to shut the fuck up. Go ahead, slow and steady.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna say this. Other than what that man was talking about, as a man, if you lied to that woman to have unprotected sex with her, your ass is the one.
Of course. I mean, I don't care if you lied and told the truth. It's still on you. You skeeted her.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you though. Like, this thing of sitting here blaming. If both of y'all, if she lied or you lied, whichever damn one, take accountability.
Why would she lie? It don't benefit a woman to lie to you. There ain't no woman trapping no man with a baby. You can't even trap a man with a baby.
Hold on, I'm gonna be honest with you though. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is women that's lying, talking about they on birth control. They can't get pregnant. They can't this, they can't that. To men. I've seen it during my military career. And the women were honest.
All right. Yeah. I don't know.
With you. I get everybody's gonna say no.
I'm not saying that don't happen. I'm just saying, like, generally speaking, there ain't many women out here lying to trap a nigga. Hold on, slow and steady.
Yeah.
Wait up, brother. What I'm saying is typically there isn't a large group of women lying to get pregnant by a man because it doesn't benefit her. You can't. It's impossible to trap a man with a baby. Shit don't work. Shit like trying to grab water with your fist. Like, you can't do it. It's impossible.
I get what you're saying. But I'm coming from the military. I did see women do this.
I'm not denying that. I didn't say that women haven't tried to trap a man with a baby. I'm saying not many women try to trap men with babies because they can't. That's what I'm saying. It's impossible to trap a man with a baby.
I get what you're saying, but that's just me personally. If you lied under false pretense to try to keep that woman around, or whatever reason, or if it was a woman, man, take accountability and responsibility.
Yeah.
Period, man.
Women typically take accountability and responsibility though. In that instance, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
there's natural consequences to that. Stephanie Ramos said he still centers himself in an abortion talk. Oh my God, I think that was for Anomaly. Dr. Gaslight, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I would go the abortion route, but I've just heard both sides argue something that was pointless and wrong. No, men aren't to blame. You can blame men, sure, but society doesn't work dictated solely on men. So no, men aren't the blame. They're part of the blame, sure, but women contribute equally, if not as much as men, when we're looking at the ills of society.
Can you name any system, name any institution that women are in control of?
They have equal rights to the systems.
They don't.
Being in control, they most certainly do. They have the right to vote.
Mm-hmm. They
have the right to speak. They have every amendment right that you have, women have. So if they aren't in control, it's something. And in fact, I'd argue that women have control of the presidency. Women, with the exception of maybe this last vote, most presidents that have been voted in were voted in off of the women vote. Women vote far more than men. So they're dictating who's the figurehead, who's the mouth for them.
That's not.
So if
wait.
Sure, that's exactly how it works.
Wait. You know what's odd about that statement is why y'all be contradicting yourselves a lot. Because if you are saying that systemically, like on paper, in one breath, you say women can do everything men can do on paper when they can't. But let's just go with that, right? On paper,
give us an instance that they can't.
They don't have reproductive rights.
Sure, they do.
They don't. Sure Federally, they don't. It's not a debate. They don't. So I don't want to hear. Sure, they do. That's stupid. They don't. So, but to my point. But then in the next breath, you say, I think women actually control the presidency more than men because women vote more than men. Now, let's say that I were to concede that point to you, right? Essentially, are you not saying that it's not about the system? It's about the practices of the people in a society, right? Because men can vote just as much as women legally, right? We just choose not to, correct?
That is true.
Okay, cool. So let's keep that. Now let's apply. Now let's apply your logic.
I didn't limit it to presidency.
I know, whatever. I'm just gonna apply that logic.
So we're clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna apply that logic to what I'm saying now. Okay, so saying that women have access to everything men do is one thing, but how it actually plays out is something completely different. To say on paper legally, right? Women can do whatever men can do. You're right. I did not even removing reproductive rights from it, right? On paper, black people can do whatever white people can do. Women can do whatever men can do. You know what I'm saying? Foreign born people can do whatever natural born, American natural born people can, like whatever you want to say, right? But it is up to the people in society to actually exercise that. So if the movers and shakers, the power brokers in our society are still men, white men specifically, if you want to even make it more specific, but overall, they are still men, and they are locking out women, they are locking out black people, they are locking out foreign-born people, then you cannot say, well, they can do whatever they want to do. How? Because they never corrected it.
If they're locking them out, but they aren't. That's under the contingency that they are, but they aren't. With the foreign-born people, I'm not even going to entertain that because they just don't have the same rights. Sure, but that's a different situation. We're talking about the people who have the constitutional rights. The foreign-born people do not have all the same constitutional rights as national-born people. We know this to be true.
I mean, outside of running for president, what rights don't they have? They have the same protections. They get a full.
I can get into it, but no, they do have a different set of rights and a different set of laws that they follow.
They don't, though. I don't know what you're talking about. If they are here and they are citizens and they were born in another country, they have the same rights. I don't understand. What are you talking about? Outside, they can't run for president. Like I said, they can run for every other office, though.
No, they don't have the. again, this is going to be something I'm sure you're unfamiliar with, but as somebody who
name it. Don't tell me I'm unfamiliar.
As someone that was married to a foreigner, they don't have the same.
Okay, rights. Tell me what rights
don't
they have?
They can't come. It's a simple one. They can't enter and leave the country at their free will.
Oh, citizens can't leave the country at their free will?
Oh, of course we can.
No, I said citizens. I said citizens.
Citizens can, yeah.
I know.
Foreign-born people.
Foreign-born people can be citizens. That's what I just said. Foreign-born doesn't mean you're not. I'm so confused.
We're really gonna do that? A foreign-born national person?
A foreign-born person can become a citizen, and once you are a citizen, you have the same rights as all the other citizens. From what I know, outside of running for president. That's what and you're saying they don't.
Like you said, as far as you know, I'm telling you they don't.
Okay, so you said that they can't move around the world freely because they're citizens. Not, you know what I'm saying, if they were natural born.
Even when they become citizens, there's still rules that they have to follow. In fact, I'll bring up someone that you could be quite familiar with. Slick Rick, citizen. You know, if you're a foreign-born citizen, and by foreign-born I mean you're not of any national ties to America. Should you commit a crime, spend 5 years and 1 day in jail, you can be deported. You're aware of that?
That's not the same, sir.
You're aware of that?
Yeah.
You don't have a right to be here anymore. Is that not a right, folks?
That's once you break the law. Are you not That's not what I'm saying.
Once you break I know it's not what you're saying because you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I do know about that.
You can go to jail for 10 years and you'll never be deported to anything. You're aware of that?
I know, but I don't. But that is contingent.
So different rights.
Hold on. That is contingent upon me breaking the law. That's what I'm saying. So it takes for me to do something to trigger that. But if I don't break the law, I have the same rights as everybody else. You can say that about listen to what you're saying. Now, you want to say that if I break a law, I lose rights that people who don't break the law have. Same shit. Once I break the law, I lose my rights. I forfeit my rights as a citizen. It doesn't matter. There are rights that everybody, foreign-born or nationally born, you forfeit your rights once you break the law and you are arrested and convicted. You forfeit your rights. You could be forced to do hard labor. You're forced to stay in a cell. You're forced to eat the food they provide for you. Like, you lose rights if you break the law. Everybody knows that. What are you talking about?
You said they don't have different rights. They can lose different rights. Can we at least
they can lose different rights? Yeah, I'm not denying that. That's not the same discussion though. Okay, let me because your name is Gaslight for a reason. You're trying to gaslight. So let's make it specific, right? Let's make it. It's your name and you do it.
Your name is public offender for a reason. You're just trying to publicly offend people.
I'm not trying to. I do.
See how nonsensical.
No. It's not nonsensical. I do offend the public. It's not like I want to. I do it though, and I'm cool with it. So I'm owning it. Unlike you, I'm not gaslighting people. I do offend a lot of people. I'm offending you. See what I'm saying? I get it.
Not at all.
Okay. So what I'm saying is so that you can't gaslight us. Let's set the parameters for the discussion. I'm saying, barring you breaking the law, barring you trying to be president, you have the same rights. You have the same rights and privileges as any other natural born citizen. So what are you talking about?
Contingencies for rights.
Huh?
Adding these contingencies change the fact that you can lose these rights.
I don't know.
And that you have different rights.
All right. Can we move on? Because I honestly don't. I'm already tired of this.
Sure. So we go back to the abortion topic. You said that, it doesn't affect the man. You said it doesn't affect the man. When did we start having immaculate births?
Immaculate births? What are you talking about? I don't know what that is.
Well, you said that abortion doesn't affect men. Since when have women immaculately become pregnant?
Immaculate conception.
Yes. There you go.
That doesn't affect men.
It doesn't happen.
I know, but it also doesn't affect men, though.
But a woman aborting a man's offspring does affect men.
It's not. Once he gave her that his body part, his sperm, he don't have no rights to it. It's like when you dump the trash outside and I can go through your trash now legally. You don't have no rights to your trash. Once I skied it, it's in the wind, brother. You ain't got no, it ain't your offspring. That's her baby. While it's in her body, it's her child. That is hers, not y'all's. That's hers. You have no dominion over it. You're not the one baking it in the oven. You're not the one that got to deal with. You don't got to do shit. It ain't yours. If she left you tomorrow, you would never know you would never know that you had a fucking baby on the way. So it ain't yours.
That's a poor argument. When we didn't know Mount Everest existed, it was the still tallest mountain. Was it not? Arguing that the lack of knowledge is not an argument.
I'm arguing the lack of physical. I'm saying that physically it is not your child because you're not doing anything. You just skied it in her.
Paternity? Can you prove paternity in utero?
Yeah.
Then it's your child.
It's not.
Even if it's not born, is it still your child?
No, it's her baby until it's born.
Who's the father of? Oh, so you become the father once it's born?
It's not a matter of paternity. Paternity doesn't mean it's yours, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, what? It's still in her body. No, sir. Listen to what I'm saying. Even in the states like California, where you can't get an AB, right? The father has no say-so for a reason, because it ain't his. It's not his child. It is hers as long as it is in her body. It is a part of her body. Do you know that pregnancies are treated as medical conditions? That is, she has a condition and she can do whatever the fuck she needs to do to get rid of the condition or to make the condition better for, like, she can do whatever she wants to do because it is her body. That child is dependent on her and her alone, not you, not me, not nobody else. That is her baby. When it comes out, you can feed it, you can do whatever you need to do with it, but while it's inside of her, it is her baby. You don't have any say-so over it.
Here's the problem with arguing legality.
I'm not arguing legality.
Sure you is.
I'm not.
In the state of California, it is not your child. You're arguing legality.
I'm not arguing legality. If it's a moral, if it's a morality thing, then it really, you literally have no fucking say so. Because then it's not about morality. Then the number one thing is science. The number one thing is scientific. Science supersedes morality. Science supersedes morality, right? So it will go scientific, then moral, then legal, right? Science says that it's her baby, not yours. Science says that.
No, the law says that.
No, science says that. What do you?
Science dictates.
Hold on, Dr. Gaslight. If you unalive while your baby is in the womb, if you unalive while that baby who you donated that sperm to, if you unalive while that baby's in the womb, does that baby cease to exist or does it keep growing? It keeps growing because it don't fucking need you. The baby don't need you.
Nobody said it needed you. I said
then it ain't your fucking baby. That's what I'm trying to. If it don't need you, it ain't yours. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Scientifically, the baby doesn't need you. Therefore, it ain't yours. That's what I'm trying. Science says that, not me.
Science, show me, support that with.
I just support it right now.
No, you just said some shit. Support it with empirical data that science dictates. Science will tell you that you cannot have a child without the man chromosome. Science dictates that. It won't exist without the chromosomes it receives from the father. That is the father's child as well as the mother's child.
All right. I'm gonna move around to money.
Makes sense.
Money don't sleep sports. What's good? Money don't sleep sports. Sarita said, bye, Dr. Dummy. She put $5 on his head. Go ahead, money don't make sense. Or money don't sleep sports. Go ahead. Hold on, we gonna send him the thingy to unmute his mic. Sean said, Dr. Gaslight got his doctor's degree from PragerU. Oh man, Dr. Gaslight needs to shut the fuck up, Kimberly says. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anybody else? I want to move the conversation along. It's getting convoluted.
That he's put together, so that makes so much sense.
Go ahead. Money.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro.
Money don't sleep sports.
Money don't sleep sports.
All right, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me on, man. I was doing some research, and I mean, I don't think my.
He was about to get to it. He probably got a call because that shit went 0 dark 30 in this motherfucker. That was crazy. Go ahead. Yeah, Anomaly. Anybody else? You guys could definitely jump in. I would love to not talk about ABs anymore, though. To be honest with you, I'm really tired of that conversation. I hate talking about them with men. I really do. It's one of my least favorite things to do is talk about some smoke. Go ahead, Money.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. I thought he was back. My bad. Go ahead.
I've been on different panels of stuff, or at least listened to some, and I'm not gonna say that I'm off 100% of it, but I would say accountability of picking your partner.
Oh, he came back.
Okay.
Yo, you go finish. Go on and finish. Toxic. Accountability of picking your partner.
Yeah. Accountability of picking your partner.
Makes no sense. Why?
Makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Why would the accountability be on the person picking and not the person that is harming the other person?
Because that person he already had the intention of harming.
That's
like saying
that doesn't answer
the question. Saying
there's
no red flags.
I mean, red flags.
You don't see
red flags aside. The issue isn't you picking, it's the person fucking it up, right? It's always that. It's never like, how are you to blame when you're the victim? See, so I'm gonna do this for you. Perfect timing to implement this. Minimize. So there's a thing called a wheel of like signs or symptoms or how abuse is. How men are abuse women, right? So this is about victim blaming. It says minimizing, denying, and blaming makes light of the abuse, doesn't take my concern seriously, denies abuse ever happened, shifts blame for the abuse to me by saying I caused it. That's what men do to women. That's what you're doing right now. The rhetoric you're using is 100% abusive rhetoric. Innate, it is abusive in nature. And I don't know if you know that or not, so I'm just educating you and letting you know that anytime you shift the blame, you are now being an abuser at that point.
I thought that's only based off of just. I mean, are we saying? Oh, I guess so. Never mind. I don't know because I felt I hear you, but I mean, does it have to be? If you're looking at, okay, so if you're growing up poor and there's nothing but bad apples, should you still pick a bad apple? I'm saying, like, let's say you grew up poor and everybody's around you is poor and, they're.
If you grew up poor and everybody's poor and you pick a poor person, how is it your fault?
No, I'm not saying like poor, but I'm just saying like.
If you grew up poor and everybody around you is a rotten apple and you pick a rotten apple, how is it your fault?
Because they're rotten apples.
How do you know that? You grew up in the same conditions they grew up in.
Exactly. So that within the compound of where you're living at, it's the same.
It's not though, because you don't think that you're a rotten apple. So assuming everybody else isn't logical or practical. Like this is what you see, right? Like what's going on in bad neighborhoods or in poverty, it's normal, right? Like the shit that I saw growing up was normal to me until I got older and I was like, whoa, like I made this joke before, but I never saw real spinach until I was fucking 20 years old. I'm dead serious. I only saw spinach in a can or frozen.
I was looking at the comment. Somebody called me a rotten apple.
That is funny. But yeah, so that's the problem. But we gonna go. Yeah. I'm gonna go to money. I'm gonna go to money. Don't sleep, and we'll come back to you. I just want to think about that for a second. Though, think about how that that doesn't really make sense, right? Go ahead, money. Don't sleep. He came back to us. Money don't sleep. Go ahead, brother. Every time I tell him to talk, he not around.
Okay, I'm ready.
There you go. We listening.
I'll be ready.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Good,
y'all got me laughing over here, man. Because you're right. Because where I grew up too, man. It's the same thing. What you see is what you do most of the time. Like, I didn't drink. I didn't start using ranch dressing. I didn't know nothing about no ranch dressing. We always used Thousand Island. You know what I'm saying? So I never seen ranch dressing until I was down there 30 years old. I started messing with this one chick. Mm-hmm. So, things can't be the same. But what my man was doing, he was saying, he wasn't understanding what you were saying, man. When you become a United States citizen, I just read it. I go do my research. Mm-hmm. You can do everything a United States citizen can do besides vote. Besides be the president.
Besides be the president. That's what I said.
Besides be the president, you can get a passport. You can fly in 180 different states. You can vote.
Countries.
You can do everything, anything in the United States. When you become a citizen, mm-hmm. you are a United States citizen. You can do anything but be the president. So he needs to. Yeah, he's Dr. whatever he was, gaslight.
He was trying to gaslight us. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, he's trying to gaslight. You know damn well if you become a United States citizen, you have to wait years to become a United States citizen. It takes time.
Yeah.
It ain't like it's an overnight process.
You're gonna fight you're gonna fight, do all of that shit, take a test, do all of this stuff, so you cannot have the same rights as everybody. That's like, what the fuck?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That don't even make sense.
So it came back because his tracking number is
that don't make sense. But like our people, man, me and my boy would just sit up talking about this. He was saying he got 60 people in his family. Matter of fact, we probably got just as many people in my family that's all working. Everybody's working. We always want to sit here and blame somebody else for something. We ain't got time to be blaming the white people. Let's get off our asses and do something. Shit. We can do a lot with our own families. I've even told my whole family, let's do this. Everybody put $100 of money in. I had this going in Las Vegas. I lived in Vegas for 18 years. I'm back home taking care of my mom now. I had to come back. But I tried to get it going with my own family. I had it going in Vegas when I first moved there in 96. I had 7 guys. We put $100. We had $7,000 in the bank. I said, we're going to start buying our properties. Properties were cheap. And so 9/11 hit. Everybody, I want my money back. Why do you want your money back? I said, we might get laid off. You never got laid off, though. Nobody never got laid off. I'm like, man, why y'all want to keep this going? See, brother, they want it right away. You want shit too fast, man. You gotta be patient. It's all about being patient, man. Like, we got a whole family. My boy said he got 60 people. Said you put $100 of money in, everybody. That's $72,000 at the end of the year. Your whole. We can start investing. $72,000 you didn't save up in the year. Everybody put $100 in. That's $72,000. We can invest and start buying.
I respect that and I can appreciate that, but what does that have to do with the conversation?
Well, our men to blame. Let's get our shit together and let's invest and let's do some things as a black race. That's what we need to start doing. All us men, we need to start getting together and start putting things together and have our own stuff like they did back in Oklahoma and Tulsa. But who burnt it down? The white people burnt it down because they had their own banks, they had their own grocery stores, their own houses, apartments.
Why do you think this is saying? Why do you think I'm talking about black men specifically?
I'm just saying stick together.
I agree. I do. I think men.
So he says our men to blame. We're to blame. The black man.
The black man is to blame.
Man. For themselves, complaining all the time. We always complaining. That's all we do is complain. Oh, we didn't get this. You didn't get this. Can't we do it? Can we be work as
black men are black people not victims of the system?
Yeah.
Okay, how are we? Why? I mean, it's not a complaint system.
Let's break the system. Yeah, it is.
All right, let's break the system. Okay, I'm with you on that.
Let's break the system. Let's go to war. I'm talking about financial war. You know what I'm saying? Financial war. You know what I mean? Let's go to financial war. Let's get together as one and start complaining that this person is the president. Is this? I don't care about who's the president. Mm-hmm. They're not all for us. We know the system's against us. Yeah. The system wasn't made for us.
No, you talking my language, but I ain't against you.
We got to get together. I don't care what President Trump. I'm not worried about President Trump. Mm-hmm. I'm worried about taking care of us, my family and people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I came back to take care of my mom and try to structure some things with my family. We're the black. We the men. We're supposed to be the kings. Are we the kings or not? Or we queens? Come on, man.
I don't think we're not. I don't think we're.
Step up to the mic.
I don't think we're either. That was interesting. Yeah, points were made. I agree with some of that. I do think that more. I'm talking about systemically. Men need to like stop oppressing women and kids and other men.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. But I'm with you though.
Well, you're 100% right about that.
Yeah. More about changing our behavior.
We need to take care of our kids and our women, you know, our school systems.
Yep.
You know, take care of our elderly people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We got to do that. We got to stick together, man. We got to do that, man. We got to tighten up. Times is getting harder, man. You can barely live in a 1-bedroom apartment by yourself. Most people got to have a roommate.
You
know what I'm saying? Most families, you know, they stick together and they have 5-6 people in the house. If you got to do it, you got to do it until you get on your feet. You got to help each other out, man. Times are different now.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I grew up, bread, you know how much a loaf of bread was when I grew up? It was 22 cents.
God damn, how old are you?
22 cents. 65.
Yeah, you sound good. You don't even sound like no old ass nigga. I love that.
Everybody say I'm the new 65.
Oh, you a new?
I got my own show. I'm the new 65. You
got both you got all your side teeth?
All my teeth?
You got all your side teeth?
Teeth?
All your side teeth. You got them? Your teeth, yeah.
I got one foot out in the and you can't even see it though.
I got you.
Pulled it out. He said, you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? When I went to the doctor, I already beat cancer, right? I beat cancer already. When I went to the doctor, they said, are you taking any medicines? I said, I don't got no medicine. I don't take nothing. He said, what? You 60 years old, you don't take nothing? No, I run every day. I used to run 10 miles a day. I still walk 7 miles a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I try to keep your health is your wealth, man.
You're right.
If you don't believe that, when you get old, you're going to find out. Mm-hmm. I can still run up and down the court full court with the best of them.
Damn.
I know them young cats going to get me, but
I can't do that.
Around with you.
I'm 42. I ain't running.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to run full speed in a straight line. You couldn't pay me to do it. No, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you coming up, Money. Appreciate you, sir. Ray Bay, what's good with it?
Hey.
What's happening?
Free time. I got my DD 214, y'all. I got my freedom papers. No longer associated with the military. I'm free.
Salute.
But yeah, before I start my submission, I just want to say that Trump don't even need to worry about the Department of Education because motherfuckers weren't learning shit anyway. Him and Bush made sure that they both need to be sent to Alcatraz. But
hold on, wait. Before you go, let me read these real quick because we're gonna give 2 backed up. Oza said, Dr. Gaslight, $2 of Dr. Gaslight living up to his name. Metal Kisser said he is getting possession mixed up with paternity. He was. Reach Collins said, you can have kids without a man ever knowing from a sperm bank. That's how little their contribution matters at the end of the day. 5 on Gaslight. Lock him up forever. Blaming a woman who chooses a man is like blaming a passenger who chooses a bus that happens to break down. Victim blaming is so irritating and old. It's definitely both of those things. Black women, Teresa said, Black women are buying property and they're starting businesses, which is 100% true. Okay, and they're getting educated. Okay, go ahead, Ray Bay. We listening.
Yeah, but like I said, TJT, Donald J. Trump, him and his cabinet, they don't need to worry about the Department of Education at all because people weren't learning a damn thing, as we could clearly see. Mm-hmm. Him and George Bush and that stupid No Child Left Behind policy, they made sure that people were going to be ignorant for the remainder of their lives. We're good on that. But going to the topic, are men to be blamed on a broader spectrum? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, they most definitely are. If you want to get into the specifics of it, you can bring up any sort of societal issue, not just in America, but across the globe. And I promise you, the common denominator is going to be men. Mm-hmm. For example, the male loneliness epidemic, where if anybody has read up on it or has researched it, has scientists in data analysis and people who study statistics have shown and proven that across the world, misogyny and sexism is rampant. And because of steps that male-dominated patriarchal countries have taken, such as reducing women as second-class citizens, taking away women's rights, China and their one-child policy, where they prioritize women having
boys over girls, which led to Chinese men outnumbering Chinese women. And now Chinese men are having an issue finding wives because there's not enough women. So now they're going to Africa to very poor villages to find wives to come back to China with them. Japan and Korea's declining birth rates. That was all because of men's actions. If we're going to go on lower societal standards, if we're going to talk about the baby mama issue that they love to bring up, men directly contribute to that. Women can't get pregnant by themselves. These men are well aware that they will lie, cheat, coerce, manipulate in order to get a woman to agree into having unprotected sex with them. And then when the child has been conceived, when it's about to arrive, they just go ahead and dip. They're like, deuces, this ain't my problem, this is your problem. But then when the mom either wants to get rid of it or they just don't want to interact with the man because of the fact that they went through such deep betrayal and manipulation, then the man's like, oh, you bitch, I can't believe you did that to me. Earlier when that one guy, I don't think it was necessarily James, I can't remember who it was talking about the difference between healthy men and unhealthy men. The reason as to why women say all men is because we have gotten to a point where we cannot discern between the healthy men and the unhealthy men, because men have accomplished lying so well and putting up these masks and being manipulative to the best of their abilities that they can pass for quote unquote healthy men. And then on top of that, the men who think that they're healthy men only think that they're healthy men because of the fact that they did the absolute bare minimum to slightly better themselves. And they want to be praised and applauded and put up on a pedestal because of that. And when they do not get the reaction or the validation from women that they want, they just go back to the default setting. And they'll say things like, oh, women are all the same. Women only want bad boys. Nice guys finish last. You weren't a nice guy to begin with, sir. You were only nice because you thought you were going to get something out of it. Like any problem that you can think of, common denominator is men.
Yeah.
Men created the society that we lived in and created a gender hierarchy where they put themselves at the top and women at the very bottom. And they put up ideologies and strongholds of those ideologies that would keep them at the top so they could create a status quo and keep that status quo in place. Women did not come together as a collective and be like, yeah, men should lead everything and just lead us off a cliff. We don't want rights. We don't want to be treated as human. Let the men do it all.
Right.
Women did not come together. Women did not come together as a collective and say that. We did not come together as a collective and decide to oppress ourselves. Men did that. And for the group and for men, considering their favorite word is accountability, they sure never want to take accountability. They'll say they can see both sides of the coin, both sides of the situation, and try to play devil's advocate, but then we'll only blame one side, which is the women. And when you're like, okay, so what part did the men play? What responsibility do you think the man bears in that situation? And they're like, well, I mean,
crickets.
I don't think it's either crickets or it's excuses. It's justifications. It's like, oh, well, that doesn't really count as like abuse or manipulation. It doesn't really count as harmful and problematic behavior. Or, I mean, it's still the woman's fault because the woman didn't make a man feel like a man. They didn't respect his leadership. He had to do it because he was being disrespected. Did he really?
Yeah. No, that's facts. Lock Him Up Forever said, men know men are the problem. Car and health insurance risk adjusters literally make men pay more because men are risky drivers and don't go to the doctor. Oh, man. What up, Bama?
Hey, just another day out here. Yeah, it's a good time.
I was here first. How does Alabama go?
How are you here first when he's bottom? He's on the bottom of you, brother.
I dropped it. I came back.
Yeah, it's okay, Six, man. I'm gonna let you talk in just a second. But are you blaming me for your problems?
I just need 2 seconds. The guy that was.
All right, go ahead.
What's that noise?
Let's hear.
A lot of noise.
Go ahead.
Yo, the guy that was up here before, he said something about why you guys choosing bad apples if you know all men are apples, and all I said was yeah, you can't choose the apple and then complain after. And then Luxie muted me in the comments. Why am I getting treated so roughly here?
Because I was stupid.
Was that your 2 seconds that you needed to say something? That was your 2 seconds? Because you got muted? Are you complaining about your problematic behavior?
How's that problematic? I think if you know all men are bad apples.
Who said that all men are bad apples?
That's what the guy on the bottom was saying earlier.
No, he didn't.
Okay, my bad. Most men are bad apples, right?
Okay.
Okay, most men are bad apples. You're choosing the bad apples and then complaining afterwards.
It's more like most men are bad apples, but you don't know the apple is bad until you bite into it. It looks good on the outside. The skin looks, you touch it, it looks firm. You never had a dry ass apple? It looked good. It was pretty. It was beautiful. I'm an apple connoisseur. I eat tons of apples. And nothing is more annoying. Same thing with lemons and limes, citrus, especially in California. You get a lemon and you like, oh, this looks good. It's pretty. And then you try to fucking squeeze it and barely any juice comes out. Like that happens all the time. Make it look good.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you know your grocery store.
I think you should go ahead. I'll let you finish with that.
If you know your grocery store is filled with a bunch of bad apples, why are you going to the grocery store and then complaining about the apple?
Because you got to go to the grocery store. Because there's only one grocery store.
So are you complaining about the 4B movement? Because there's only one grocery store full of men. There's only one. This is it. This is the apples that the women have selected, that they're not eating any more apples. And there we go. Men are to blame for that. That's men's problem.
I was trying to stop him from finishing that analogy because I was like, this is about to be terrible. Because
he proved the point. Holiday. Yeah.
Like he's conflating two different things. Like it's a completely different thing if you're trying to have a conversation about women who actively choose men that they know are bad.
Yeah,
I think they do that.
That is not the topic at hand. We're talking about men that put up a mask and pretend to be good people.
What does it look like?
Flop that mask when they get what they want.
Facts. And what does it look like, Six?
I think women they always think I could either change him or he won't be like that with me.
Okay.
A lot of women do that.
So what are you perfect?
No.
Are you do you think you're a good man?
I think I'm way better now, yeah.
Okay. But you weren't at one point in time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a girlfriend? Did you ever date or anything like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you think that, what if those women took your advice and never chose you? What would you be saying right now?
They would have never got effed over.
I don't think that's what you would be saying. That's not what you would be saying now. If they never chose you, it doesn't make sense.
Well, what do you think I would be saying?
I think you would sound more. I mean, you sound like an incel, but I think you would sound like a raging.
How did you get incel from what I'm talking about right now?
Incels, they hate women and they blame women for shit that has nothing to do with women.
I don't blame women for everything though. I
didn't say you blame women for everything. You listening to respond. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I didn't say you blame women for everything. I just said you sound like an incel. You have the same word track as an incel, right? And I think that if you were, because you would be an incel at that, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You would be an incel. Like if women like.
So I would be, or am I? What am I?
No, I said, sir, please don't try to. You're not good at that. You're not built for this, right?
You just said
I didn't.
I sound like one, and then
you are talking while I'm talking. You haven't heard what I said. I didn't say that.
Right, go on, my bad.
This is what I said. Literally, I said you sound like an incel. I don't think you're an incel because I believe that you have had access to women. So I don't think you're an incel. I already said that in the very beginning.
My bad. I heard you incorrectly.
Yeah, I said you have the same word track and whatever. But I'm saying that had those women taken your advice, you never would have gotten chosen, and therefore you would be an incel right now. That's my point. And you would hate that shit. You would have hated that. So why are you like, if you truly believe that, right? If that's what you're saying, then you would have to apply that logic to yourself, because you yourself weren't a good man. You just admitted, I wasn't a good man. I'm better now. I don't even think you're good now. You're saying you're better now. You're still not a good man. You still got a lot of growing to do. So and you claim you have a girlfriend. So your girlfriend is taking a chance with a not fully healed, not fully developed man, and you're and it's her fault. Like she should see through you and she should abandon you.
No, I say I don't think I'm bad at all. No, I don't do anything wrong.
Okay, but go ahead, man.
Well, I just want to clock that 6. We're not talking about the conversation that we've had over the last 2 or 3 minutes that you've been up here. You've been on this app, so we've kind of like we've been in conversations with you. I've been in conversation with you, seeing you in the thing. So like we're kind of adding all that up together to get to these points of there's still work to be done, right? Like the same way just now when you came up on the app, you were like, why does he get to go first? That's problematic. I mean, we're just having a conversation. Why we gotta, what I'm saying? Like the way it ain't got to be that.
Yeah, but if someone skips you in line, you're gonna say something, right?
I feel you. Hey, Cash Me Outside said, "We hate 6. Why does he come in?" Oh man, y'all so mean. But yes, so I'm just trying to figure out how are we at a place where you deem it correct for, or you deem it right for women to to blame men. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Where you think women should be to blame for choosing bad men? Which don't you get tired of saying that same talking point that we debunk every single time? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I just think vetting is possible.
Okay.
I think it's possible.
I think vetting is possible, but it's not possible to not get hurt by a man. Because women get hurt during the vetting process.
You're right.
So that's what I'm saying. Vetting is impossible, because if you are basically, if vetting was real, then women would never get hurt, right? If you could vet a man, then you would never get hurt.
But the thing is, none of these women are vetting nothing.
You don't think, vetting is like a natural thing that humans do, right? Like that's just a natural thing.
All right, this is what I think vetting is that no woman does. I think you shouldn't lay down with anybody under 6 months to a year. That's number one.
Do you follow that rule?
Do I follow that rule?
Or do you try to sleep with women as fast as possible?
No, I don't do that anymore.
But you did.
Yeah, when I was younger, yes.
Okay. But you have a girlfriend now, so you say you don't do that anymore. So moving forward, you're saying that you're not interested in sleeping with a woman in under 6 months. Like if you don't have a girlfriend right now.
Hey, listen, I never said I did these things. But I'm saying if we take the time to really get to know somebody 6 months to a year, I also say that women should bring men home to their family members, specifically the male figures, and make them meet them a few times.
Sir,
I feel like that's
what
we should do.
I really want to tell you something though, brother. I just want you to know. Men are not good at vetting.
I think I'm good at vetting.
I don't think you are. And the reason why I don't think you are, and the reason why I think most men aren't, is because most men are abusive. So you won't be able to spot what an abuser is doing because you think it's normal. You think it's okay. You don't even know red flags. You can't even You can't clock a red flag if you yourself are toxic. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay, look, if I'm an abuser, right? You're telling me I can't notice those same signs in another man?
You won't, because you would think it's normal.
No, if a man is an abuser, let's say I'm physically abusing a woman, I know
I'm not talking about physically abusing a woman. Solely.
Let's do emotionally.
Emotional abuse. You don't think lying to a woman is abuse. You didn't think cheating was abuse. You might now after being in my life, but you didn't before. Okay. So how would you know that man was abusive?
After hearing some of the things you guys said up here, I now agree that cheating could be considered abuse.
See what I'm saying? You're saying that cheating could be considered abuse, but it is 1,000% abusive, right? And so how can you vet when you don't even think cheating is abuse? Why would I bring a woman around you? Why would I bring a man around you to vet him?
Okay, let me correct myself. Cheating is abuse.
Okay.
Lying, I think that's going a bit too far, though.
Why isn't lying abusive?
Because if you lie to me, I could simply just leave.
How would I know you're lying?
As soon as you find out I'm lying.
What if you never find out that the person is lying?
That's where we have like a problem here. I think you think that men could keep a mask on for like 5 years. That's
you don't
not
have
possible.
to keep a mask on. You can just tell a lie and it go like, and they never find out. What do you mean you don't have to mask? Like if you look, brother, if I stole $100 from you and I spent it and you never found any evidence that I stole it, you never found, I never showed you that I spent, I took a woman out on a date with it. So the money just went right. And you can never prove that I stole that I stole the $100 from you. Did I not still steal it from you? Would you ever find out? Do I have to mask forever about it? No. The lie is already gone, but it hurts you though. See what I'm saying? And you would think differently of me if you knew that I stole the $100 from you. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Therefore, you can't vet. You can't vet. And men specifically men are not good at detecting when men or people are lying. We're not good at it scientifically. We're not good at it. It's not our thing. So
generally speaking, what percentage of men do you think are actually good people?
Very few.
Like, just put a percentage on it.
5%. Between
and
two.
of those 5%, most to all of them are going to say something like, "No, I'm not. I mean, I got work to do. I'm working through things myself." Because they've realized where we're at as a society and where we've been conditioned at as a society, and we know that we're still displaying problematic behavior at times. It comes up at times, and it's like, I got to clock it and I got to work through that, and we won't be done with it.
I was about to say that, Jeff. I was going to say, shit. Most men who are good were bad. Like there are very few men that were like just good their whole lives. Like I think a lot of men they're doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of men. I think 95% of the 5% of men were actual terrible human beings or bad human beings or not good. And now they're working towards being better. But yeah, so even then it's like, fuck, man. Like they've done damage too. I know I have. I don't think I'll ever be able to make up for the damage I've done. I'm not even trying to be honest with you. That's not even something I'm interested in doing. I'm just trying to be the best person I can be moving forward. That's it. And make sure my baby is the best, best person he can be so that he don't do the same shit I did. Siren said, 6 thinks women have no critical thinking skills. True.
Do they though?
See? That type of stuff. Weird.
Because I don't know, I just can't understand how you guys think it's impossible to vet a person, but I guess you guys got it, bro.
It's impossible because men are liars.
I also want to know, like, 6, you're 100% cool with the LGBTQI plus community, right?
Hell no.
Okay. Why do you think that you can pick a man as a romantic interest for a woman that's inside of your life? Why do you think that you're the good person to vet that? Don't you think that that's a little like you got to understand if he's caring, he's nurturing, he's loving, he's empathetic, he's showing and displaying things that are good for her as a partner, and then you're not okay with the LGBTQI plus community? Is that not weird?
This is the reason why I think I could vet. I have 3 sisters, and every time they got with a guy, I was right about the guy every single time.
You know why you're right about the guy? Because most men are pieces of shit. So if you say that dude was a piece of shit, you're probably going to be right 100% of the time, if not 95% of the time. That's my point.
But
like,
look at this. I
err on the side of caution, right? So, and I've seen it many a times. I've seen it many a times in when I sold cars, right? We call them third base coaches. So third base coaches are like people who have nothing to do with the actual buying process. Like they're not going to put down any money. It's not their credit. They're not going to drive the car, but they're there to like offer some support or whatever, right? And oftentimes what will happen is the third base coach, in their role of like trying to help their friend or family member, every deal is not good enough, right? And to be honest, there is typically always a better deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so oftentimes they're right. Like oftentimes when they keep pushing and keep going, nah, just walk away. They could do $25 less a month. They could do it without that extra $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. They can give you another $1,000 for you. Whatever they're saying, they're probably right. The vast majority of the time, they're right. that is because that says more about the business. That says more about the business than it does the person, right? It says more about the business than it does the person. Sorry, I got a text. They said 6 gotta go. They put 20 on his head. Go ahead, Isaiah Robinson. Go ahead, brother.
What's going on? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, fam.
I mean, I just joined. I'm listening late. I mean, it's definitely an interesting conversation. I mean, I see some of the points y'all making. I still do think, though, that men can bet out other men for the most part. I feel like, I mean, it's not too much different than someone's mom betting out, you know, the boys, you know, her son's, you know, partners or whatever the case may be. You know, I feel like both sides have that introspection. Now, you can't really tell how that person might be romantically per se, but you can spot a good person or a bad person, you know.
I don't think you can. I think I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, generally speaking, I don't think you can. I think it's hard.
I mean, I just don't feel like it's different. Like, again, usually moms are pretty intuitive when their sons or, you know, somebody like that, you know, they'll let the person.
All right, now let's flip that. Let's flip that. What about the dad in the scenario? Don't use moms as a scenario. We know mom's a woman. Mom can handle it. What about the dad? Where's he at? And can he vet? Can he say the thing? He might not even be around because percentage says that he's not even there.
Well, I'm talking about fathers that are there. I'm not speaking on the ones not there.
Well, there you go. They're not even around. So how can men as a whole vet because they're not even there as much as the mother is?
Okay.
You see how your problem? Everybody has a mom and a dad.
Yeah. But again, I'm saying the fathers that are there, or women that have male.
Oh, saying my live is lagging again. What happened? Y'all cut up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said the women that have male figures in their lives. We're specifically speaking about them. I don't know, you know, there might be more percentage of, you know, people that have more women in their lives, but if there's a male present, I think you can do a good job. Again, maybe not necessarily the romantic qualities. The mom may be a little better on dad, but we can suss out. We can see, hey, this guy has good intentions.
Why? Why do you think men are better at that? I'm so confused.
I'm saying when it comes to for their daughters, yeah.
I'm saying for their daughters, yeah. Why do you think that men are better at vetting than women are for women? Like, why do you think you're better at vetting men when you have never had to vet men, right? It's not even something that you need to do. And you also, as a man, don't typically pay as much attention to a man as a woman is paying to you. So why do you think men are inherently better at vetting than women are?
Because as a man, you have to go through these things yourself. So you see if that guy is doing some of those same things.
But Isaiah, what I'm telling you is that if you're doing the thing that the guy is doing, you're less likely to call it out, right? Because you think it's normal.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying I'm doing the thing that the guy is doing, because that's not.
I'm not saying you. I'm sorry.
Yes.
The man.
I mean,
the man in the case. Listen. I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. If a man, if you are the type of man who thinks that that it's okay to you think that men should have the last say so in a house because you're a man, right? You're the leader of the household or whatever. You believe in that, right?
I do believe I'm a leader of a household. Yes.
Yeah, I got you. That's what I'm saying. And that is abusive in nature, right? Because you're creating a hierarchy in your own house, and you're automatically demoting your wife and your children, and they're beneath you, and they shouldn't be. Everybody should be on your level.
Is the president and the vice president in an abusive relationship?
What? Do they abuse power? Absolutely. Yeah.
No.
Yes, yes, they are.
Is the president and the vice president's relationship together, or is that an abusive relationship?
It can be. Yeah. Presidents abuse their powers all the time.
It can be, but it just like inherently, just because there's a president,
inherently, yeah, that's not. But hold on. But people voted for the president, right? The president they are picked because they are the best leader. In theory, I'm saying they got voted in because the people say they're the best leader, not because they have a penis. That's a different thing. So if you're saying as a man, I should be the leader of the household because I have a penis, that's not the same as the president and the vice president who are elected by the people, right?
But I'm also saying, so as a man, I'm the leader of my household because I did the work to put myself.
Because you have a penis.
No, because I put myself in a position to do this.
No, you haven't.
I have, because I have a family, and I put myself in that position to do this.
No, you haven't put yourself in that position. Your wife or your girlfriend is a fully functioning human being just like you. She didn't put you're not put in that position. So both of you guys should be equal in that relationship. You shouldn't get the last say so. You guys should both decide on everything. Even the color of the fucking tissue paper you use. I don't give a fuck, whatever it is. That is just as much her house as it is yours, right? She got to live in it right along with you.
We converse about everything. The thing about being a leader is you're the one that has to take the accountability.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You only have to take the accountability if you made the decision, right? If both of you guys made both, I love when me and my wife make decisions together. Love it. A, because she's smarter than me, but B, because if something goes wrong, I ain't got to take the blame for that. It ain't gonna be on me. It's gonna be on us, and I'll take it on us. That it decreases the likelihood of like anger and disappointment, right? I'm perfectly okay with when we both fuck up. I could get down with us both fucking up. I don't want to be the scapegoat. Fuck that. Hell no.
I don't mind taking that, but we still discuss everything. I mean, my wife.
I think it's because you don't take accountability. If you don't mind,
you typically don't take the blame. To be honest,
that's why.
Even if you made the decision by yourself, a lot of y'all, and I don't know you, but a lot of people who feel this way and they're the leader of their home and they make the final choice. When things go wrong, they don't say that's on me, that's my bad. They find a reason to blame anything and everybody else, including the wife who had no part in the decision-making process.
Yeah,
that's how it actually works in real life.
I don't know how that goes, but what I'm saying is, if you're an actual leader, and again, my wife and me, we discuss everything, but usually it's up to me. Now, there's certain things.
An actual leader doesn't mean anything. That's just a title. Like, there are actual leaders at corporations and jobs that do exactly what I just said. They will make the final decision. Everything has to go through them. But when things start hitting the fan, it's because my employees did this or my employees didn't do that, and people
not a real leader.
Right, and most men aren't good leaders. So what are we talking about?
I'm talking about men that are leaders.
Yeah, most men are not good leaders. So are we talking about 3 people? And why are we wasting our time doing that?
You mean 3 people? You're telling me that there's not more than come on.
Obviously, the 3 people was sarcastic, but most men aren't good leaders. So what point are you making with that?
If we're talking about maybe like 30 or 40%, yeah, it's hard being a leader. So yeah,
no, I wouldn't even say that. I would say maybe 5 to 10%.
I think only 5 or 10% of men are actual good leaders.
Yes.
I don't agree, but I mean, we don't have the stats on that, so I guess we can't really go back and forth. But
well, we have not only stats, we have the world to look at as proof. You think men have been leading the world since forever, and look at it. Look at the position we are in as a country, and it's been led by men the entire time America has existed. It's been led by men, and look at the state of the country.
Oh, that's true, but that doesn't mean that in the home that men aren't good leaders.
Oh, so they're horrible leaders for the country and the world, but in the home, when they get home, they all of a sudden turn into great leaders.
Okay, continue with your
a lot of people. Listen, a lot of people that want that higher power, when you get to those scales of wanting that higher power, it's because you're hungry for that power. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, most people do.
Yeah, men in the homes are the same way. They don't have power anywhere else, so they're hungry for power in their household.
I'm not saying that
men are hungry for power in general. That doesn't stop because you are in a low.
Yeah, I got him. I just at the ice cream truck real quick.
Okay.
Wanted a snow cone. Thank you.
Bet.
Have a good day.
I'm not saying that there's not men that do that.
And you're one of those men, and the reason why is because whenever you had the opportunity to try to relate into an abusive power dynamic, you used the president instead of any other position of power that you could have picked. You picked the president and the vice president, as in you were relating your household to the president and the vice president with your wife. And that being the case, that's just, we're side-eyeing that. Have you ever been married before, or is this your first marriage?
My first marriage.
I said, at the end of the day, the rhetoric that you use just lets us know that you just, I mean, like, you don't want to concede to the world is messed up, and the world's been ran by men. The problem solved.
I mean, again, I would say it just depends on what type of leader you are.
I tell you what, you give me two qualities of what makes you a good leader. Two qualities, just two of them.
I'm very good working under pressure. I know how to make sure that my wife is comfortable in every situation. I try to read her. I'm very good with the kids. I know how to take accountability.
You're not taking accountability in this conversation.
As far as what?
That men are to blame. Are you not a man?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot. I mean, I'm not saying I've never answered that question. I've never answered that question.
Also, you being good with the children and stuff like that, and you try to be good under pressure, I guess those are just human qualities. Did you not think women possess that same thing too? Do you think that women possess those? Do you think that women are bad with children, and that makes them bad leaders? And you're good with children, therefore you're a good leader?
No, I mean, being good under pressure is a leadership quality. There's a lot of women that can do that.
I would say that's just a quality. I would say that's just a quality. You see what I'm saying? Like I mean, being good under pressure. What if you're just working and you're just good under pressure? That's not a leadership quality, right? What if you're driving? Does that make you a good leader and you're good under pressure because there's a wreck happening? I mean, you're using terms that don't equate to leadership skills that people like to display.
I mean, I'm talking about as far as like day-to-day activities, just like on day-to-day with things have to get done.
Yeah, and day-to-day, men aren't showing up. So men are to blame. Because at the end, you said something about 30 to 40% of men are leaders or something like that. I don't even know if the stat shows that there's 40% of men in the household.
There's not 40% of men in households in general, like as far as our whole population in America.
Yeah, I believe something like that. Yeah, that the percentage says that men aren't showing.
Yeah, I would have to look at that. I've never seen it, so I mean, I would have to look at that.
Well, there may be 40% of men in the household in general, you know, across the country. I'm not sure the numbers on that, but as far as how they're showing up, to believe that of all the men that are in the household, 30 to 40% of them are showing up as leaders, it defies all logic of everything that's going on in the world. It's like you would have to have like some extreme level of cognitive dissonance to say that 40%, which is almost half of men, are showing up as good leaders, not just leaders, but good leaders in the world and in their households. Then why do we have so many issues? Divorce rates, even, let's name one of them. Why is the divorce rate so high if men are showing up, 40% of them, as good leaders in their household? Why are there women still leaving them?
I mean, I don't feel like women divorcing has anything to do with the leadership per se. Some people just don't.
In your household, if you think it would make you a good leader of your household, let's take it out the household. Are you a good leader of a company if all of your employees leave?
I mean, of course not.
Okay, so how are you a good leader of your household if the people that you are charged with leading chooses to no longer want to be under your leadership? They want to leave you.
Man, because you're still two adults. At the end of the day, if things don't work out, it's not necessarily because the person was just a bad leader.
You see what I'm saying? You just proved my point, Isaiah. You just proved my point. Remember when I said how y'all like to call yourselves leaders until it is time to take that accountability? Y'all like to say, I'm the leader, so when something goes wrong, it's on me. And then when I just said, when the relationship fails, how are you being a good leader? You said, because it takes two people. It's not necessarily my fault that the relationship failed.
I'm not just going to put it just on that. There's a lot of factors. It just depends.
Exactly. That's what you leaders do. Y'all say, I need to be the leader. I need to make the final decision because I'm going to be the one to take accountability if things go wrong. And then when it's time to take accountability, now we want to talk about all these other exterminating factors. But none of that is, you want full leadership, but you do not want full responsibility. And you just proved my point.
I'm just talking about others. For me, that's just not how it works for me.
I'm sorry?
I said I'm saying as far as I can't put that on every single divorcee's relationship. That's what I'm saying.
But we're not talking about every single divorcee's relationship. We're talking about the men who lead the homes, right? Y'all are the men who are the leaders. They are getting divorced too. So if they are the leaders and their relationship is still failing, does that not indicate that they might be a bad leader?
Yeah, I mean, it can be one of the reasons. I'm saying, yeah, I'm not saying that it's not. But
yeah, no, it does, 100%. If you are the leader of your household in your family and that family fails and breaks apart, you're not a good leader. You failed.
Yeah, I see that point.
What happened?
Yeah, no, I mean, but yeah, you made a good point. I mean, I can see that for sure.
Is that
I think
accountability?
I made a point that he couldn't argue anymore, so it got quiet.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Lock him up forever said, men good vetters, how do they wind up on child support? Teresa said, black men can lead when they can read. God damn. Lock him up forever said, military/CIA can't even vet. Soldiers display the risk factors they try to screen all the time and fail to catch. Civilian women can't spot maskers. Yeah. And it's just a terrible thing. It's just like we just keep running into the same shit. It's like, why do we keep telling women to vet men as opposed to asking men to not be people that need to be vetted? Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like that's always the answer. That's the cure. But y'all don't want to do that. So instead you go,
I think it's both. I mean, both is definitely the conversation. You can't. It's definitely one side. If you just say, yeah, men better, and you never, tell the men to be better, then yeah, obviously that's one side. But it's both sides. I mean, both things can be true. Nah,
it can't be. Marine Prescott says, ghetto leprechaun, I anticipate BS. She was talking about 6. I think that's all the super chats I saw. Reese Skyler, you have kids without men. Ever known from spring? Yeah, I think I hit all of them. Yeah, it doesn't go both ways, brother.
So real quick, that's actually what I came up for. That's actually what I came up for, but we got off on the leadership tangent. But the problem with the vet better conversation that I have is that it's contingent on when you say that women need to choose better and that the onus is on them to choose better. The problem with that is that, like, my success is contingent upon another person's actions. So I've only vetted or chosen better as long as that man decides to be a better person. Like, as long as he decides to be good, I've chosen better. I vetted better. But the minute he chooses to not be so good anymore and turn into a bad person. Now I vetted wrong, right? I chose wrong. Like it's contingent on somebody else's actions, and I think that's where it's flawed from the get-go. When my success rate is based on how well you do, that can be a bit of a struggle because I don't have as much control over that anymore. It's not based on my actions, it's now based on yours.
It's still
I agree to that to an extent. I think it's more of seeing the red flags before.
I'm so sorry, Isaiah. I'm sorry, sir. Wait. Can you hear me? Am I missing something? I think we gotta retire red flags. We have to. Men don't know I don't think men know what a red flag is. And red flag is a very subjective term. Because I've heard people, men and women, say stuff like their red flags is like anything the person does that is like, that irks them in any way or anything like that. Like, it don't even have to be like anything egregious. It could just be like, he said he was going to call me at 8 and he called me at 8:30. Like he's not consistent. He's not a man of his word. Like
Yeah, they do the queso and the guac at the same time. No, that's red flag.
Yeah,
that's red flag.
Yeah, they be the people, like I've literally heard women talk about, and I don't even blame them because I'm like, this is what men be saying women should do at this point. Like the women are like, I know women are like, yeah, any inconvenience, I'm dipping. Right now, how do you differentiate between a red flag and a misunderstanding?
I mean, I feel like a red flag is something that shows that you're a horrible person. The way you treat people, the way, you.
Who is going to reveal that to you, Isaiah, and early on in a relationship?
I mean, listen, that's why you take your time in a relationship. I mean, you don't just jump into things. In a year of getting to know somebody, you can kind of get a good sense.
Why are men talking about things that men? Hold on, Isaiah. Why are you talking about things that you don't do and you didn't do? It's so funny. Like you and Six both talking about, I think if you waited for 6 months, niggas is trying to fuck the first night. What are y'all talking about? Like, I'm vetting you niggas right now. You trying to fuck the first night.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should let them though.
Nigga, you trying to fuck. Hold on. Here's the hypocrisy. You're trying to hunch the first night while simultaneously telling women you shouldn't sleep with a man for 6 months. Nigga, why don't you stop trying to hunch on the first night?
Yeah, you're right, but
ain't no but. I refuse to hear a but after that. Ain't no but. I'm right. Leave it at that. There ain't no but.
You guys are dodging accountability for that one.
How are we dodging accountability? There ain't no but.
Is there something in the vagina? Is there something in the vagina juice that turns men into bad people?
Yes, there is. I don't know what the chemical is called, but if you look it up.
Okay. Because I'm trying to find the correlation. Like what?
That's why you gotta rinse. That's why you gotta rinse it off right after you get done. Right after you get done knocking it, you gotta go. Right after you get out of that thing, you gotta run to the sink and go rinse it off. You gotta have your baby wipes ready because if it stay on there, that should have had you be you turn to a fucking animal, nigga.
No. We like glazed donuts around here.
Yeah, me too. But I don't mind that little crust. I'm just saying that if you don't, though.
I'm so sorry I asked that question. I'm so sorry I asked.
I like when that shit get dry and it looked like when you used to put glue on your hands when you was in kindergarten.
Really out of control.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, and look, that all make it better. And that's the point that we're trying to say. Six, what changes a woman if you smash on the first day or the first week or the first month or whatever? Why are you viewing her differently if she holds out for 6 months when you 24 hours in it?
Because I know that girl has more modesty.
What? A woman has more modesty.
What? She's more modest.
Why?
She respects herself more.
So women are better people than men.
What do you mean why?
So women are better people than men.
For the most part, yes.
So why don't we focus on helping men to be better people?
No. Men are to blame, but I feel like you guys lack accountability on the woman's part.
You just said that men are. You just said that. Why do y'all be all over the place? I don't be thinking y'all really be listening to what y'all be saying. If women are better people than men, then why the fuck are we talking to women? Why are the group of people who are not as good as this group of people talking about, but no. What are you talking about? That don't even make sense. If women have more integrity than men, then why are we talking about women at all? That is very confusing to me.
Do you have integrity if you're busting? Do you have integrity if you're busting it open on day one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes,
But
you do.
I don't agree with you on that.
Yeah. Who cares?
Just because you don't value the woman any longer because you've put some type of, societal in your mind, value on if her legs are open or not for you specifically.
Yeah, I was about to answer the question Luxie just said. I'm not sure if she's asking the question I'm thinking, but if I did that, if I was doing that on day one, I wouldn't say I have integrity.
But you try to do that on day one.
And you're doing it on day one. So you don't. Yeah. So you don't have
integrity. How do I?
Thanks for.
Yeah. Oh, hey, guess what? I just said that. Thank you.
I'm so lost. Hold on. Wait.
What I'm saying is, why are we?
Most women don't bust it open on day 1. 6. The vast majority don't.
Debatable.
It's not debatable. The vast majority of women do not sleep with men on the first date. What the fuck are you talking about? Sunshine, you got an echo. That's not even up for debate. The vast majority of women do not sleep with men on the first date. But the vast majority of men would love to sleep with a woman on the first date. So what are you talking about? That's debatable. How the fuck is that debatable? That's the most obvious shit ever.
Okay. Majority of women do not do it on the first date.
The vast majority of women don't have sex with a man on the first date. The vast majority of women.
I say 35%.
No, you're just making up numbers.
35%.
No.
Whatever percent you want to put on it, the percent is double for men.
Wait. 1 out of 3.
They there for it.
35% is 1 out of 3 women. You think 1 out of 3 women is sleeping with the man on the first date?
I said a good percentage. Yeah.
35% is 1 out of 3.
Did you?
Like what?
I think so.
Did you ever? But six. Did you ever just think that he was easy and she just wanted to smash, and she knew she could get it out of him? Did you ever think about that?
I don't think it works that way. I think it's the other way around.
No. What if she just wanted to smash and you look like you easy, like you look like you'll sling it out? Did you ever think about that?
Don't it take 2?
That's the way women operate.
Then that's what we're saying. That's the point. You're proving this point. If that's not how women operate, that's the point. Women don't operate like that. See what I'm saying? You done talked yourself right back into the fucking point. Thanks, Jeff. This shit is crazy. What are you saying, bro? Like y'all, hey man, I'm telling y'all, the world would be a safer place if men stopped trying to blame women. If you just stopped, if you just today just never women advice, never said that women need to do this, never said that, if you just shut the fuck up, stop doing that, the world will be a better place. I promise you.
So you guys both think that it's okay for a woman to do it on the first date,
yes.
And if something goes wrong,
like what?
There's no accountability there?
Like what? Like rape?
Like in case she gets pregnant,
if she gets pregnant, that's her.
Like what?
There are not, sir, y'all don't understand. You don't want accountability. You want the woman to be punished. If she gets pregnant, that's the accountability. The fuck are you talking about? She's pregnant. She's forced to take accountability for it, one way or the other. There are natural consequences to these things. You don't need to tell them. That's the difference between men and women. You have to get men to take accountability. Women naturally have accountability. It's in this scenario. The accountability is naturally baked in. Like Jesus Christ. If she has to get an AB, that's on her. That's her body that she's doing that to, right? She had to make that decision. She has to deal with that. She has to process, like, she is taking accountability. If she has the baby, she's the one deciding to have the child. She's going to carry the child to term. She's going to have the child. More than likely, she's going to raise the child. That is accountability. That is her body. What are you talking about? What more do you want? You want us to shame them? We're not going to do it.
Hey, you guys, listen, you guys feel like I'm here arguing with you guys. I'm having a conversation. Let's just chill out.
So
I'm not saying what you guys are saying is incorrect. I'm just having a convo.
Okay, so so you don't want women to take accountability. You want women to be punished.
No, I want them to take accountability.
What does accountability look like then? If not that, what does it look like?
We're kind of going, when I answer this, we're kind of going in circles, but as I said before, I believe that women always meet a guy and think they can either change him or he.
Can you answer the question? What does accountability look like? What does it look like? Super easy. Should be, since you keep talking about it so much. What does it look like? If it ain't punishment, what does it look like?
Stop. Okay, this is it. Stop getting with a shit man and then blaming only the shit man for fucking you over.
For abusing her. So blame the victim for being abused. Okay. And what do you want the accountability to look like? Her saying the words, "Oh, this is my bad." That's what you want her to say?
You know what I want okay, let me answer that. This is what I want the accountability to look like. 4B.
Which that is what's happening. You do realize that, right? What is the marriage rate in America?
It's not
right
what's
now?
happening.
You're not in America. I'm not even gonna ask you that question. The marriage rate in America is like 50% right now.
It's low over here too.
It's, yeah, that's women taking accountability. What is the Hey y'all, hold on. I can't keep trying to talk while y'all talking. I can't. It's annoying me. What is the marriage rate in America is low? You said it's low in Canada. Cool. You said and the birth rate is low in worldwide, but specifically in America and Canada and the West.
Can I jump in real bit right there?
You said what?
Let me jump in right there.
Go ahead, yeah. So
I think you're saying the birth rate is low. I think you're saying the birth rate is low because of 4B. I don't think that's true. I think the birth rate is low.
That's not what I'm not an idiot. 4B is not a stronghold in America. And the birth rate has been slipping for 30 years. It's not a new phenomenon. It's been happening for a long time. Yeah. So I'm not talking about 4B. I don't even know where you got that from. I haven't said 4B in this fucking whole discussion. That's y'all. You guys are obsessed with 4B. 4B is not even a thing in America. In all honesty, I wish it was. It's not.
That's what I've been saying, and
it's not. I wish that women were organized and made a concerted effort and protected themselves. Like I wish there was like a left, because that's a leftist movement. I wish that there was a leftist move, a strong leftist movement in America. I really do. I would 100% support it. I don't care who. I don't care if it's women. I don't care. I don't care if it's LGBTQ. I don't give a fuck. I'm supporting it. I'm supporting all leftist movements. But there isn't one. There isn't a strong leftist movement in America on any level. 4B is included in that. It's not. That is something we hear on the internet a lot. But women, because of natural consequences, have been opting out of marriage and opting out of having children with men because men are fucking shitty. Yeah, they're poor. Men have always been poor in this country. The problem is men are not only poor, but women can provide for themselves, and they refuse to be with a poor, shitty man. That's all it is.
Pardon me, I beg your pardon. Did you just say women could provide for themselves?
Yeah, women can provide for themselves.
Can I ask you a quick question? So men are poor, right?
Everybody's poor, men and women.
I might be incorrect about this, but
Yeah,
Okay,
men
so
and
how
women
can
are
they
poor.
provide for themselves then?
Poor people can
So
provide
how
for
can
themselves.
women provide for themselves if they?
My mom was poor, but she
Okay, my
provided
bad.
for us.
If
Yeah, you can be poor and provide for yourself. She provided for kids, and she was poor. We were living in poverty. We ate every day. We never skipped a meal. My lights always was on. We always had heat. We always had showers. We always had running water. I had lunch money every day to go to school, and we lived in poverty. So yeah, poor people can actually provide for themselves. It's the level of provision that would be the thing in question. So we lived in the projects. We didn't live in a house, right? Somebody talking to you, or you pausing for me? I don't understand. I'm gonna read the super.
Like you're kind of lagging.
It's glitching.
Oh, it's glitching.
Everything's glitching, Paul.
Simone Biles.
Glitching, but
Damn.
yeah, 6. If you can't understand the nuance in that,
Oh man.
Standing on business.
yeah, well, I mean, you just kind of are. So, like, here's the thing.
What the hell? I'm literally not.
Yeah, just using public example, and there's many people that are like him. My father passed, so he didn't provide worth of shit. He passed at his own accord. So that being the case, but public's father could have provided for him. He was around, but he didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So like the mother provided everything. I mean, we're here today because of mothers, and that's the case. That's what we're talking about. Like Shan's scenario with her child, the child's father is involved. That's a rare scenario. And statistically, that's just a rare scenario. So for y'all to get up here and say that men are leaders, the proof is in the pudding. There's not men leaders out here. There's just not.
He said that about me. I think men are the leaders, but I think, yes, we are doing a bad job at it.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree. No, I agree with that, because that's what I say all the time. Men are the leaders. We're just shitty. So you got to add the caveat of, are men good leaders? No, we're not. We're terrible.
Yes.
But we are the leaders, though. No doubt about it. We are the leaders in society. I'm not in the home raising the kids. We know women are the ones that are doing that. But I'm saying, like, on a societal level, yeah, absolutely, we are leaders. We're just terrible. We're just really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality. If women were the leader, society would look different. That's what I know for sure. If women were leading, society would look different. Women are just constantly fighting back against what's going on. Damn, they saying I'm lagging still. Okay.
This man right here got the tightest mother.
I don't even know what to do at this point. All right, go ahead. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I never.
I can hear you. He's just having a concert back here in the back seat. So.
Go ahead, Isaiah.
I never answered, like, actually answer the problem per se. So I got it.
What device are you on your phone? Are you on the what are you on? We can barely hear you.
I'm on an iPhone.
You're on an iPhone, but like, what are you on the speakerphone? Like, what? I mean, it's.
Oh, yeah, I'm in my car. Yeah.
Oh, you on your Bluetooth? That shit is terrible.
It sound horrible.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'll drop that because if you can't hear me.
We can hear you. It just sounds bad. If you can make it better, then make it better. If you can't, it's cool. You can keep rocking now. You good?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just what it is right now.
Yeah, we can hear you. It just sounds muffled. That's all I was saying. But you good?
Yeah, and I'll say as far as the actual claim, I mean, since we do run everything, then yeah, I mean, you have to put the blame on the person that's running everything. I do wonder what it would look like though if it was the other way around.
It would look like vast majority of people's needs getting met. It would look like not a world full of violence. We wouldn't be. I don't think the Industrial Revolution happens with women in charge, which is a good thing for the planet. I don't think the Industrial Revolution happens.
I agree. Why don't you think it would have happened under one of the charge?
Why don't I think? Because I don't think women would have done. I don't think women would have done things that would have harmed the whole, like killed everybody or could potentially kill everybody. Like, I don't think they would do that for their own vanity, right? So that they can hoard resources or whatever the case may be. I think wars probably would happen. Yeah, I just think it would be way less. I think a lot of the stuff that happens would happen. It just would be way less of it. You know what I'm saying? There would be way less violence. There would be way less wars. There would be way less, you know, be just significantly less all these bad things. And there'll be more egalitarianism. It'd be more equity. It would be so much more equity if the world was ran by women. And even and the problem is, even if you let women run the planet now, it would take like a good amount of time for women to unlearn, for these generations of women to like unlearn all the shit that they've been put through in this patriarchal system. So a lot of them would still, I'll guarantee you, initially, a lot of times it would function like a typical patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see that happening for a good amount of time. Like it's gonna take a minute for that shit to go away.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes time to unlearn. I mean, everybody. Unlearn that. I mean, it's interesting because
it's just like if you let if black people took over, I think it would look crazy for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Eventually we'll get it together, but I'm saying it would be wild it would be a little crazy at first. I ain't gonna even lie. I think some of the things that white people feared that black people would do, I think black people would do it to like a good, you know what I'm saying? Like I think we would like probably punish some people, and you know what I mean? Like it look a little wild. I ain't gonna even hold you. It would look a little wild at first.
That would never happen though. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean that'll never happen?
That would never happen.
What do you mean? What won't ever happen?
Black people taking over. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
There's too many white people.
There's not too. What are you talking about? The white population is the smallest population on Earth.
No, not in America.
I didn't say in America. What percentage of Americans are white?
I would say at least 50%.
Yeah, 60. It's a little bit under 60%. It's like 57%. It's already getting brown. So in 10 years, 20 years, America won't be white anymore.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you were saying right now, though, if black people like tried to take over, nah, man.
I didn't say black people tried to take over. Don't get lost in the example. I didn't say black people.
I was gonna say because those Southern boys, they're crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm not even having that discussion because I don't. Yeah, I'm not here to say that black people can't or can take over or whatever the case may be.
Listen, anybody who watches cars go around in a circle all goddamn day long, you know what I'm saying? They're out there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I can't watch that shit.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
Kick me the ball. Let's play a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you want to address the prompt?
Yeah. Are men to blame? Are men to blame on what? I think women are to blame on 99.9% of what's going on in America.
I love it. Okay. And why are women to blame?
Well, women are blamed for 99% of the problems that they have.
No, not them. Society. How are they to blame for 99% of the societal problems?
They had over 100 years of freedom now or something like that?
They most certainly haven't.
What do you mean they haven't?
They haven't. Are you black?
No.
Interesting. Are you white?
Yeah. Mixed, but.
You mixed with what?
Well, I mean, I don't like to discuss.
I know you fucking lying.
Hold on, wait. What you mix with? You mix with black?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm mixed though. I mean, there's no true white man in America no more.
There never was.
Exactly, there never was.
Yeah, because white isn't a real thing. But
exactly, it's just what people say.
Then say what you is.
Yeah, I'm so confused. What you mix with?
I'm mixed. I'm Italian.
Mixed with what?
Scottish and Irish, Italian and
Irish and Czechoslovakian. Yeah, I'm mixed.
You white? That's white. What you talking about? You ain't mixed.
No.
Those are different. Those are different ethnicities, not races, sir.
White.
Same race. Yeah, white is a race. Ethnicity are countries. Those are ethnic groups. Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So, like you could be mixed with American and Yugoslavian. You know what I'm saying? Well, Yugoslavia doesn't exist. But you could be mixed with American and Turkey. That's why I think it's funny when people put like their little flags in their bios. I'm like, that's funny to me. Like, who cares?
Yeah, like I'm American. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're American. I'm mixed too. I'm mixed too, because I'm like 70% from Ghana and like 30% from the Ivory Coast.
No shit.
Yeah, so I'm mixed too.
Yeah, so yeah, we're all mixed. That's the world. We're all mixed.
I'm mixed with black though. Like I'm black on black on black. Like I ain't never. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no shit. I can see that.
Like I'm black though. I would never say I'm mixed with another race because I'm not. I don't know how my ancestors avoided getting great, but
you're light skinned. You're light skinned.
I'm not light skinned. See, there you go. Hey y'all, see y'all be taking it too far. Hey man, y'all, I blame everyone. I'm putting cases on all you motherfuckers in the comments saying I'm light skinned. Now you got white people saying I'm light skinned. That shit crazy. I am not light skinned, sir.
See how you can change a life of one person coming up and just saying one thing? I can change your whole algorithm with how people will talk to you in your lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
the white man got power.
No, not that much.
What's the power of the white T-man, brother? White power. Hold on, we gotta do it like this for you. White power.
No,
hey, 5 on over here with that. 5 on over here.
That was fucking funny, my man. That was funny as fuck. That was funny as fuck, bro. Shit, man. Yo, you missed your call and you ought to be a comedian, man.
I am. This is what I'm an entertainer. That's what I do.
I
actually get paid to do it. But so you think women are to blame for 99.9% of problems in society?
Absolutely. You know, listen, they watch too many goddamn TV shows nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's all powder my nose, this and that, whatever.
Powder my nose? You talking about doing booger shit?
No.
Oh, you talking about going to the bathroom? Makeup. Oh, you talking about makeup? Okay.
Makeup.
I was like, damn, he talking about the 80s when the cocaine was pure.
You went right to your black culture right there.
Excuse you?
Wait a minute.
No, you
we didn't even start that. We didn't start powdering noses. What you talking about, sir?
Oh, come on. We all been slinging on the block.
I'm confused. What?
Maybe you never lived my lifestyle, but anyway.
I've never done coke. Yeah.
You're not confused. It's racist hour.
It's racist hour. Come on now.
The racism is crazy, brother. What?
So Slayer, you're saying that you have been a part of the Book Sugar in the 80s?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and you're white. So why'd you just try to say that was a black thing? What? I don't get it.
No, listen. Not every gangster hangs on corners. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, then don't try to get in my head, all right?
I mean, that was just a wild statement. Like, you are a white man who was doing booger sugar, and then you said that that's by black culture.
That's like you're doing it right now, to be honest.
Nah. I'm just being happy. That's all.
Yeah. You don't. Not only that, then you're on the NASCAR situation. Like I feel like I'm not really sure what your deal is, but at the end of the day, you know that's not a biggest black issue. That was definitely white folks by like 3 times their problem.
Everyone keeps mentioning me in comments. I ain't got the patience to keep clicking on that shit. Go fuck yourselves, people in the comments. All right. Anyway,
you ain't got to respond to the comments. You can if you want to.
I know. Well, I keep seeing the mention button.
Only if they super chat or if they super chat or they cash app. I'm definitely gonna read that question.
Yeah. Everyone on Cash App the host. Yo, this dude's a badass dude, even though he's wearing a Lakers hat. You know what I'm saying?
Why y'all been hating on the Lakers today, man?
Yo, come on, man. Everyone knows the Knicks are the best. Everybody.
I got you. Hold on. Look. Hold on. We make it. You like the Knicks? You want me to wear this Knicks hat?
It's a racist Yankee. That's the best kind.
I ain't wearing that shit. I'll run that shit over with my car. Hey, hold on. We gon'
the hat though. You got the goddamn hat though.
I do, cause I got a Latrell Sprewell jersey, cause he was choking out hunky ass coaches. Latrell shout out to Latrell Sprewell for choking out that racist PJ Carlissimo.
When was that?
Shit, that was 2000. That was early 2000s. Maybe actually it might have been that was before that. That was like 98. He choked out that. He choked out that racist. He choked out that racist Yankee.
Yeah. That's right. That was a long time ago.
I keep me a Speedwell jersey because of that. That's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things of all time.
You still got the hat, so we all know you're a Lakers fan.
Yeah, I'm a sports fan. I got a Sixers hat. You name the team.
I'm a Knicks fan, not a Lakers.
No, I'm not a Lakers fan. That's crazy though. So I disagree. I don't think women are responsible for most of the problems in society. Can you name a problem? Name an issue.
Broken households.
Broken households, okay. Yeah. So you're talking about okay, and then and who typically has the custodial parentship of the children?
The women do.
Okay.
And the reason, most of the time, and the reason is for that is because the system was brought to, and
who created that system?
The white man.
Okay, so how is that woman's fault? It's not even true, but I'm just saying, like, even if I concede that point to you,
what I'm trying to say though is that the system is
the system that a white man created. You're claiming favors women. So think about that logically, right? There's no system that a white man has ever created that doesn't favor white men, except for this system, miraculously. This child court system, apparently, this is the only system in all the systems in all of the world that doesn't favor the group of people that created the system, right? That's what you expect me to believe. But okay, let's say I believe it. Then wouldn't that be the white man's fault? Wouldn't that be a man's fault for creating the system?
It only took one woman to do something sexual to create this law of divorce.
What law?
The divorce law.
So divorces. So only people in marriages have kids?
No.
Okay.
That's not what I said.
I mean, because I don't know what divorce has to do with this.
Well, first of all, I can actually speak about this for a long time, actually, but I'm trying to figure out the short and easy way.
Wait, you want divorce to be illegal?
No.
Oh, it sounds like you were complaining about women being able to divorce.
No. But in
men invented divorce, sir.
Excuse me?
Men invented divorce.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So also that wouldn't be something that a woman did.
But I think there was a woman that persuaded that.
No, there wasn't. A man invented it. He did it for his own reasons. Men did that. Women didn't do that. They didn't do it.
And now women take advantage of that.
They can't. So you got to think about it. They're taking advantage of a system that was built by white men to take advantage of white men and every other man.
Women take advantage of divorce, though.
They don't.
They take everything.
They don't take everything.
They take
the majority of women don't get anything in divorce, sir. The majority of men don't have nothing to take.
That's not true.
That is true. How much money do you think the average American makes?
Average American? Probably $45,000, $55,000.
$60,000, right? $60,000. That's what the average American makes. What the fuck can you take? What can she take from that man?
She can take all your goddamn paycheck for child support and everything else.
That's not divorce. That's child support, sir. That's a different thing. And child support, they can only take up to, if I'm not mistaken, 25% of your check. Is that right, Shan? Child support is 25%, right?
No, it depends on what
it's up to 30 in some places.
It's up to 30. Okay. So they can take up to 30. They can't take your whole check. Up to 30.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money.
Kids cost a lot of money.
So let's say you're making $50,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So now take a third of that away.
They don't often. What percentage of men are paying 30% of their paychecks?
No. The state, the government's taking.
I know. Listen to what I'm saying. What percentage of men? What is the average? What is the average child support payment?
I would think it's at least $300-$400 a week.
No, a month. It's about $400 a month.
No.
Yes. Don't say no. I know it. It's not up for debate. It's about $400 a month. 500. There you go. It's less than 500. It's in between $400 and $500 a month.
Is that nationwide?
Sir, the average child support payment is around $400 a month. Let's go to $500 a month, right? Let's just round it up to 5. Now, that is the average amount First and foremost. Second of all, most men ain't on child support, but let's play your game. So $500. I'm going high to just to prove to you that what you're saying doesn't make any sense. So $500. Okay. 60,000. Hold on. You gotta listen before you respond. You gotta listen before you respond, sir. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
So if you make $60,000 a year, that's $5,000 a month. Last time I checked, $500 is not 30% of $5,000. It's 10% of $5,000. Am I correct?
That's not what I said, but go ahead.
It's not about what you said. I'm just helping you understand why what you're saying doesn't make sense. Because the majority of men don't pay child support. When they do, they only pay $400 or $500 a month. The average man don't got no money. The 51% of custodial parentship is decided outside of court. Only 3% go in front of a judge. 20% of men 25% of men after divorce abandon their kids. Like nothing you're saying is true. You don't know anything. You know zero about what you're talking about. The system was created by a white man. The system of divorce was created by men. The institution of marriage was created by men. Divorce court created by men, favors men. Child support created by men. All of these things were created by men. All of these things were created by men, and none of these things favor women. None of these institutions favor women. None of them.
Remember, like way back in the day, you know what I mean? They used to have cars with like a back seat that was outside.
Yeah.
That was the last time a man ever had a peaceful conversation in the car.
Okay. We have ventured off into silliness.
Oh, that wasn't.
Men didn't sit in those seats. Wait, that wasn't $20 because that was the rumble seat, and that was the man drove the car because the women weren't allowed to. That's why they like bicycles so much, because they could actually go somewhere.
The last peaceful time a man ever had a peaceful, nice drive. You know.
Why? When he could punch, he could punch his wife in the mouth.
What?
When he could punch his wife in the mouth.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Why? If she's so unpeaceful, why do you have a girlfriend? Why do you have a wife? Why do you center a woman in your life?
She knows her place.
Get her out of there. Let that woman go.
She knows her place. She knows when to talk.
You're talking about a blow up doll. That does not.
She knows when to talk, and she knows when to be quiet.
Yeah, absolutely. She knows.
Interesting. And what would happen if she were to talk when she's not supposed to?
Nothing. Then she talks.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I'll probably smack the shit out of that bitch, right?
You said it. I love honesty. That's what I'll be looking for. That's all I'll be wanting y'all to do is be honest.
And Six thought that was so funny. He's the bitch you the bitch he's slapping.
No, I think he's crazy, Rocha.
Why?
No, you thought it was funny. That's why you over there chuckling. You've been on mute the whole time. As soon as that man said smacking his woman.
Look, I don't agree.
Funniest thing you done heard today.
I don't agree. I just like a little bit of dark humor.
That's
not dark. That's abuse. That's abuse. And that proves the point of like we've been clocking you the whole time. And you're a good man. So look.
Hold on, wait, Jeff. Hold on. Let him say that. What'd you say?
I said that's not abuse. That's for behind closed doors. So it all depends on how you raise your household. You know what I mean?
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we all heard that. Go ahead.
I don't agree with all the things you're saying.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm not an abuser, Rocha.
All right.
It's all good. It's all good.
Go ahead, Jeff. I just wanted to make sure we all can hear what he said. Go ahead.
Yeah. Quiet parts out loud. Wait, Slayer. Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, Six, you might not be as bad as him, but you like what he's doing. Because what he's doing, like as long as there's Slayers out there, but look, as long as Slayer is up here saying this, then you can look at the women in the comments and online and stuff, be like, look, Six ain't that bad. Six ain't gonna be upside your head out loud. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be behind closed doors. You see, that's the catch that we got you in. You're proving the point of you're thinking yourself you're a good man and you're listening at another man abuse a woman. Now, how's a woman gonna look at you and be like, yeah, that man's good. He's a good man because he's laughing at misogyny jokes?
So if a woman don't ever talk to you because you just laughed at a man talking about abusing his wife, would that be fair, right? Like that's what you would expect. Because you were talking about women vetting. I think that's I think any woman, and I'm going to clip this up and I'm going to put your name in it. I'm going to make sure we put it on the internet and see if we can get, however many people to, this whole interaction, right? I want every woman to see you laughing, and I want every woman to see Slayer saying he was gonna punch his girl in the mouth when she talks too much.
Ask you guys a question.
I want I want everybody to see it that way. When the women see it, right?
I never said punch though.
You did. You said you would punch her in the mouth. That's what you said.
No, I said slap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Physical abuse. Physical abuse.
This guy's a demon.
Six kicking with this key king. Hold on, wait. Catch Me Outside says six key king with this. Six key king with this YT man.
I'm fucking serious right now. Do you guys really think I'm fucking serious right
yes.
now?
Bro, no. Can I please say something? I knew you were joking, bro. It's just dark humor. They
Who would joke like that if they're not? That's not funny.
My girl's sitting next to me right now. Say hello.
And she's afraid.
Exactly, bro. I know what kind of girl you have, bro. She knows you're joking around.
Man, blink twice.
Hold on. Say hello, babe.
Oh,
see,
shit.
That's my girl, man. I'm only fucking with you.
Exactly, bro.
I got you.
Yeah, but people can't handle this shit though, man.
I cannot handle jokes about abuse. I can't. You're right.
Yeah, no, it's not funny at all. There's
I don't
so
think
many
it's funny.
jokes he could make that would be actually funny that we could chuckle at. Joking about smacking his woman in the face. What's funny about that?
Because people will actually buy into this.
Because men be abusing women, sir.
Because
it's
you
common.
actually do it. You're not joking. You're dead serious.
If I ever hit you, babe.
I wouldn't expect, man.
Well, of course.
Come on, wrap it up for bro.
Come on, bro. Stop putting this woman in. Hold on.
Twice if you need help.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta read some things before we keep going. It says 6 key king with this YT man. I slapped the Fenty guy. Reese Scott said, get this ghost up out of here. She put 2 on that boy head. Genius said, white man ruining it again.
Did you get your $50 yet, man? I'm trying to get you to your goal, man.
Nah, man. We good. You ain't got to. Maud said, if they hate marriage this much, why do they petition the government to get rid of the system? Why don't they? They are. They're petitioning. No. They love marriage. They hate divorce. They love marriage. They hate divorce. The men want women. They want women. Fuck that. We need women to be our wives. We need women to do all the labor that we are unwilling and incapable of doing. So we're not going to get rid of the institution of marriage. We want that shit. But what we hate is the idea that she can leave us whenever she wants to. That's what we hate. We hate the freedom they have.
And the woman that's sitting next to Slayer saying like, oh no, he's never done it. Even if you are not physically abusing her, if she's sitting there listening to you talk like this and act the way you act, and she has nothing to say to you about it, she's in an abusive relationship. It may not be physically abusive, but you're abusing that woman, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever it is.
Doing work.
Because she's sitting there listening to you make jokes about slapping her in the face.
She ain't listening to me.
You just said she was sitting right there, and you asked her, have I ever laid my hand on you?
Okay? I've been joking around with her since day one, okay? I scared the shit out of her when she...
Yeah, exactly. Joking about smacking her around.
You do like this to her a lot, huh? Joking.
It's a red flag.
You do like this, huh?
No, I'm talking about
bro. You guys literally joked about a guy that got shot 7 times, bro. But that's okay. You guys are hypocrites.
Yeah, I'll joke about him being pew-pewed again. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so a man literally almost died.
I don't give a fuck about him.
Oh, thank you. So it's a little joke, right? It's like you guys are joking, right?
No, he's a terrible human being. I don't care.
No, I'm not.
I'm not talking about you, Slayer.
Not about you.
You are too.
I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about somebody else.
But why was that fair, though? What the hell?
Because he's a terrible human being.
It's okay to have jokes and scares inside your home. So when she comes out of the bathroom and I'm hiding behind the door, when she goes to open it and boo her, it's okay to have that type of scare.
What does that have to do with you joking about smacking her in the face if she's not quiet in her place?
Honey, listen. Okay.
I'm not your honey. I'm not your honey.
Well, obviously you are today.
Your honey is sitting next to you. She's the only one dumb enough to be in that position.
No, she's cuter than honey. No. Nope.
Yeah, so that's your honey. Save that for her.
Yeah, that's weird. Calling random women on the internet honey.
I'm being called terrible in the comments, but you guys were laughing at a man that almost died.
I don't care.
Not you. I'm glad that you would admit that, but you guys can't call me terrible and the man almost died.
Of course we can. a man that probably shouldn't be here.
Like nobody even knows who you're talking about. It should have been you. How about that?
Guess
if
what?
you want something to be upset about, there you go. Now you got a valid reason.
Person that got on the line.
But look, it's a joke. I'm not gonna get sensitive about it and cry.
I think you think.
I'm dead ass.
I was gonna say, I think you think we be joking. I'm dead serious. Ain't no joke. I ain't playing. I don't give a fuck about him.
Listen. Let me answer that. Congratulations. I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, see how I handle it and how you handle it.
Man, all I know is the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight is starting in like 2 hours. We got a couple nice, good cards.
We don't care.
Up
We don't care, Slayer.
You gotta care,
Slayer.
man.
We don't care. We don't care. We don't
all
care.
time, man.
We don't care.
You don't care about
Slayer.
this fight. This is a legend, bro.
Slayer.
This is a
I
legend.
don't care. I'm watching cars go around in circles. I don't care about your fight. I'm watching cars go around in circles.
I'm not gonna take Paul the fuck out. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, you want to see Jake Paul get beat up?
I do. I want to see Mike Tyson come out first round, 45 seconds. Jake Paul, lay your fucking bitch ass down, okay? Go to sleep, kid, because Iron Mike Tyson is coming.
All that shit is scripted anyways. Who cares?
No, it's not scripted. Nah, it's not scripted.
You believe wrestling real, huh?
No. You really think that this is scripted?
I know it is.
No, offender. No way, man. No way, bro.
100%.
No way. I'm sorry, bro.
Like that fake ass slap that happened before the fight, scripted. All of it.
Yo, because he stepped on his foot.
Mike ain't slapped nobody before a fight, but he gonna wait till he's 60 years old to slap 58 years old and slap this man. Come on.
You're wrong, bro. Yo, Mike Tyson's thirsty, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna eat this white boy alive. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to watch this. Are you kidding me? I'm betting on Tyson. Tyson's the man, bro. I don't give a shit what anybody
They said
says.
Slayer violence. I got that boy shaking hands with violence.
Yo, toxic masculinity is showing, bro.
The only thing I'm pissed off about is the 16-ounce gloves. You know, they should be wearing some like 10-ounce gloves or something like that. No 16-ounce gloves. 16-ounce gloves are not good for knockouts. You know what I mean? But I think Mike Tyson, I think he's got enough power to take that 16-ounce glove and shove it up that YouTuber's ass so far and put him out.
Slayer, real quick, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Do you support the LGBTQIA plus community?
Fuck no.
Okay, then stop idolizing a man, and you're talking about one man shoving a hand up another man, and all this is all crazy. Why are you coming up with these make believe scenarios?
If you want to see it, I'll give you my address. All right.
Why you always get so violent? I'm not your girl. Why you talking about fighting me? Go fight her.
I'm not fighting you. I'll fight her when I'm done with you. I'm only kidding. I
don't fight.
16.
I don't want to fight you.
Yeah, I gotta feel like they got 16-ounce gloves. They got
I don't fight. I don't fight. I'll carry this one. I don't like to fight people. They ain't what I'm old. My back hurts.
First aid kit bags on you. You got a first aid bag on you.
I don't like to fight.
You're gonna need it after Mike Tyson comes through this ring.
Yeah, I don't be out here trying to fight y'all like that.
Nah, I ain't fighting nobody, man.
Yeah, I'm
too
old,
old for
man.
that shit. I'm 43 years old.
Hell yeah, see, we two old men.
Except small, defenseless women. That's the only people you fight.
Yeah, that's right. I'll beat the shit out of those small women. That's right.
Hey, where's all this coming from, bro?
Shit out of Jake Paul, that small ass little bitch. He's gonna beat the shit out of
man,
that
be
boy.
careful with the language on the live.
Play.
Come on, bro. Calm down.
F1 down the
Nah, no F1. Do not spam the chat.
As long as you put your page on 18 plus, you don't get those alerts.
Nah, sir, that's not true.
I don't think you know how TikTok works. So you need to settle down. All right, you don't even have enough followers to even go live. So how you know about live?
Why are you trying to come to my house, man? I don't understand you, bro.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm not P. Diddy, bro. This is not a party with me and you.
Hey, he said you not P. Diddy. What'd you say?
I said he's not. I said I'm not P. Diddy. This ain't a party with me and you. You know what I mean?
All right, man. You're
the problematic behavior. You're the only one that's talking about putting hands up with other men and men beating up on other men. All type of behavior,
Listen,
man.
I
don't
just got
want
over
to.
that.
I never said nothing about your house. It's okay.
You know what I mean? I'm good, bro. Why are you still holding on to it?
Pause.
Why are you holding on to it?
Pause.
You got nothing better to do? Watch the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight.
Pause. You already drunk, huh? How many beers you in?
He's off a line right now.
He ain't off a line.
I'm
No.
a little deep. I'm not gonna lie.
You sound like you off a lot of Jamesons.
No, I don't drink that, James. I don't drink beer, man. that hard shit gets me the click. You know what I'm saying?
How you out here fighting women?
Yeah, no, I'll beat the shit out of those women. Fuck that, I'll beat the shit out of them. I'm about to beat you up tonight, babe. I'm gonna beat my girl up right after Mike Tyson beats up Jake Paul. I'm gonna beat her up. All right.
So problematic.
So strange.
Were you held?
Did she finally tell you to stop? Good for her.
Yeah, she knows when I go too much. She's just
good for her. At some point, you got to stand up, ma'am. I appreciate that.
Stand up, but be careful. Protect yourself.
Yeah, well, you know, she's got a mouthpiece and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And headgear. You know, she's all right.
A mouthpiece and headgear.
Yeah, we go full rounds here.
That's interesting. This is so weird. This is such a weird. Took such a weird turn. I didn't expect this.
Well, you know, if you were as deep as I am right now, man, you know.
Yeah, I don't drink.
You don't?
Nope.
Good for you, man. I was actually sober for 8 years, believe it or not. Then I picked the bottle up again, and
you need to go back.
My girl, you know, that's an interesting subject, actually. I was dealing with a lot of stuff, and my dad was going through cancer and shit like that, and I picked it up, and it's been hard.
Slayer, we don't want you to trauma dump on here, but I give you permission. You ain't got to drink no more, okay? You ain't got to whoop up on her. You ain't got to drink no more, you all right? I promise you, it's going to be okay.
Well, actually, my girl, she got to go away for work next week, so yeah, she knows I'm going sober next week, so.
Is she a traveling nurse or something?
No.
She works in the oil fields? Why is she leaving for a week?
Maybe she does work in the oil fields. I don't know what she does.
You don't know what she does? Interesting.
No, yeah, I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Not a good listener.
Got her.
Ma'am, free yourself.
Put her on the phone. Hey, are you? Oh, he left.
We did it, Joe. Monica said, drop the worst one, please, Monica. She said she can't take it no more. All right, go ahead. I can't believe you ain't got 6 ass about it here. It's still 20 on that boy head. What up, Scrollback? Hey, hold on. It's Jay Will birthday, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Y'all going to gift up Jay Will big time. One time for the one time, man. Drop something on that boy head. Go ahead, Scrollback.
Listen, it's grown by provider. It's what you niggas wish you could be. I just find it funny how y'all already know it's gonna be some shit. I just find it funny how we still haven't gotten to the root of what men want women to take accountability for, and they say it's for choosing the wrong partner. But aren't men the hunters? They quote the hunters and the pursuers.
Yep.
So if you're hunting a woman down and pursuing her with bad intention, then how is the burden on her to choose better?
You got to ask 6 that because I ain't got the answer. I think that's
answer that for me, 6.
Yeah, that's the answer for him.
Just because you're being hunted doesn't mean you gotta accept it.
The world may never know. Trey said, let's just get 6 out of here for the one time. We did it, Joe. Got that boy out the paint. They put some paint where it ain't.
Yeah, giggle in the comments.
Kiki in the comments with your boy down there. Y'all can laugh at beating up women all day if you want to.
High ass nigga.
Have at it, boss.
But
keep God in your life.
Keep God in your life, nigga. Oh man. Keep God in your life. Fuck niggas is funny as shit.
You know what I find sad? I'm trying to find next of kin for this man, and the only person coming up is his ex-wife. He don't even got nobody.
Yeah.
Like, this is so sad. You niggas is sad. Like, I don't know. I don't know where it stops and where it ends for y'all, but I really need y'all to stop saying for the men that they choose when you're the one out here pursuing women, quote, courting women, quote, taking women on dates. You the leader, you the provider, you the protector, like all these adjectives that you use to describe yourself as a man. Yet when it's time, like Shan said, to bear the responsibility, you ain't nowhere to be found. Mr. Gaslight, I actually requested up when he was up here because y'all talk about this little piece, this little tadpole that y'all let off in a woman. It's better off in a sock, some of y'all, or on a couch or somewhere that didn't come to fruition. But you're talking about something that you don't even take seriously enough to protect, but you're mad because once it's in a woman, it doesn't belong to you. So who should be protecting their seed? Her or you? Since you want to have all this say over where it goes, that brought me confusion. And what else I had? Because Mr. Gaslight was pissing me off. I'm just all conflutterated and confused and triggered. That's it. That's it for now. Because yeah, he pissed me the fuck off. But y'all keep God in your life.
Oh man, what's good with it, J. Will?
I'm just up here to be a panel princess on my birthday, and shout out to she got Jones Live New with the greatest insult I ever heard on this album.
I feel so bad. Was that me?
Yeah, Shan. They said you got the line shut down. What you said?
Damn, my bad, y'all.
What you do?
All I said was I could hear the pour in that man's voice, and they shut the live down. Like that was even that bad.
You talking to an old raccoon.
Oh, it's a black dude?
Yeah, he said he voted for his own interest, not for his community, because he voted for Trump. And he was like, I voted for my own interest. I said, you didn't even vote for your own interest. I can hear the pour in your voice. And the live just shut down right after that. I was like, God damn.
It wasn't for that, dude.
It was so quick.
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been.
You were definitely hitting that report button.
It wasn't from that. That's a funny ass quip though. That shit. Oh,
I mean,
man.
if you heard him, I mean.
Oh, I know. I know how them niggas sound. I think most people sound.
Tell TMZ to get on their Zoom. TMZ was not on their Zoom today. All I seen in the chat was Shannon here lighting this nigga up. Come quick.
Yeah,
and
people.
Shit was gone.
Somebody DM'd me, but I was like, I had like caught it when I went. It was shut down. It happened that quick. It was like Shannon here cooking this nigga, and I went to go look. It was probably like 10 minutes after somebody sent it to me. It was gone. I was like, damn, I missed that. But hey, you know what?
It's about that time.
It's about that time, man. I gotta wrap it up, B. I gotta get on.
As soon as he comes sweep around our feet, y'all just go on and drop.
We knew that.
I gotta go on and get on, man. That was fun. That was a good time.
Yeah. I was finna drop about 5 minutes ago.
I know you just stayed up here for what's today.
Oh yeah, cousins, don't try to inbox me. I can't get no messages. I can't send no messages. I'm in message jail. I didn't even know it was such a thing. But for 30 days, they got your girl. Free me till I'm free. Right headquarters.
Thanks, Monica. Yeah, 30 days and 30 nights. I was like, that's what I told you. I was like, man, you need to get your shit unfrozen. I've been trying to send her some shit. I got some little funny shits. I've been trying to get the K. I can't even send it to her. She one of my aces. We and her always be chopping it up. She ain't even around no more. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit crazy. But hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, shout out to Jay Will, man. Happy birthday, brother.
Y'all.
Thanks y'all for coming up. I appreciate y'all. Hey. We did it, Joe. We finished, man. We got to the bottom of it. No answers. That's the bottom of it. I feel like a couple heads got cooked. Appreciate you. I feel like a couple heads got cooked. We're gonna do this real quick. Teresa, appreciate the super chat. Osa, Vani, Lady Starfish, Intently Purposeful, Metal Kisses, Reese Skyla, Super Empath. James, get a vasectomy. I missed that one. Women are leaving men alone in droves. Coat. Damn, I missed both of those. My fault, Empath. Why you didn't tell me? I'm missed out. Metal Kisses, Reese Skyla, Lock Him Up Forever, Marine Scott, Bonji Baby, Simone Biles level mental gymnastics. Oh yeah, I read that one. Gina Tony, and Maud. I appreciate y'all. I will be back on Mayana on the Sabbath. Y'all rest up, man.